Okay. 5 means we're live. Hello! We're back with Difficult Terrain. We had a wonderful week off or so, but we were live yesterday, which was fun too. But we're back with Difficult Terrain, as mentioned. So we're going to run through our players here and let them introduce themselves, and then we will hop into this lovely adventure, which I'm very excited about because things have been happening. And also, Agnes, we're looking forward to seeing those painted things because that's awesome. I had to double check because I was like, does that say honey badger? It does. There's a honey badger mixed in with the names of the things you're painting, and that made me laugh. So anyway, I'll get started with the introductions with Joe, who's mid-yawn.
Listen, got him. It's hard work not working on Saturday. But yeah, I'm Joe. I'm playing Kiroso, and he is a lovely fish man in the desert. Having a grand old time. And yeah, it's a good time. Oh, a druid. I'll say that. He's a druid. he's an oasis druid, just homebrewery goodness. But yeah, when I'm not here, I'm also here on Fridays playing San Loric. And I think I'm also going to be here on, is that soon?
Wednesday.
I have no idea. Wednesday.
Yeah.
See? Foos knows things. But when I'm not here, I'm Dispel Logic on Sundays, playing, I almost said Mass Effect, that's another thing, I'll get to that. Playing Dungeons & Dragons with Dispel Logic, 8 p.m. Eastern, we should be back tomorrow. And on my channel, Microcosmic God, every other Sunday, which is this tomorrow, I do Mass Effect, and I'm running everything through RNG. So every convo, every skill point, every all class appearance is all RNG. We're kind of almost maybe done with the first game, and then we will move on to game 2. And that is all the things and places and Joe's. So we'll move on to Flandy.
Hi.
I did say Joe's.
I'm Flandy, not Joe. And I'm here. And I'm playing Furball Paladin, Nature Boy. He's super duper religious. He's the most religious paladin you've ever met. Of the religion-y religionists. He's so religious, in fact, he's not even proficient in it because he just knows all the religion stuff that he needs to know. With that being lied, you can find me here 90% of the time, or on Frandy and Friends, which fuses, yep, there it is, doing stuffs and games. Right now we're playing Elden Ring with the crew, with the gang, with the boys, because Foos doesn't like Rings of Elden, because she's evil or something. I don't know.
Ugly ass game. God damn. Thank you, Agnes.
It's
I would
so
have
beautiful.
said, have good taste, but that's plenty to call.
Yeah, all the above. We are currently about to wrap up Kit's wonderful campaign here, probably within the next month or so. So be on the lookout for some Humblewood recruiting coming out soon near you to a page of Foozca. Anders, take it away.
I appreciate the awkward pause lead in. I'm Metters, aka Nenario, Nenarino, all that stuff. I am here Fridays, Saturdays, and Wednesdays as well now with various people's campaigns. I'm playing a wizard artificer in that order.
Oh no!
With tracks for Nenners.
3-way
2 of which are
multi-class.
cranky, one of which is somewhat of a delight, although he has Asperger's and other things, but that's fine. So, anywho, yeah, we're here doing some stuff. Hopefully we're going to take this Bobard bitch and finally put his dumb ass in the ground. That's what we're going to do. If not, we're going to burn his whole house to the ground. So those are my plans for tonight. I mean, if I can get a twofer, I'll go for that too, but we'll see. Very excited about this. So yeah, that's trying to think if there's anything else. I get dragged to the Flandy stuff, doing silly Flandy things. I don't think I really get dragged. I'm super hyped for Mass Effect. Let's go. Did you get Liara yet?
No.
Yes.
Basically, the RNG is going. There's a side content and there's get Liara finish the game. That's those are the 2 paths available to us.
So that's how good that game is going. So check it out on tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, whatever it is. It's gonna be dope. Anyway, Boggle, the mighty Boggle Saddle, if you don't mind taking it away before I ramble.
Listen, I don't mind that. Hey everybody, I'm Boggle, Boggle Saddle, Vogly. I play New Jizaran, the Dragonborn Battlemaster fighter with demons in her head, and I'm usually here just on Saturdays, playing D&D with this awesome crew, and then I also have my Discord channel, which is the Vogbog. I hope you guys can come by and share your I'm sorry, and share your creations and creativity with the community. What the tea? Today I have made Himalayan oolong. I hope you, if you guys want a recommendation for tea or things like that, let me know. I might do a tea stream. I'm trying to think of a pun for that, but that may not work out as well as I thought. And last but not least, Kit, can you take it away? Yeah.
Hi, hello, Comic Kid. I'm currently playing this lady right here. Her name is Helda. She is a wood elf monk. Likes to punch things, like shiny things. Just generally likes exploring ruins and caverns and just places where you can find treasure. Basically, that's what she's about. You'll find me here and there doing some projects here on the Foozca channel. I also hang out with Flandy when he wants to play Elden Ring. I'm currently running a mini-series that went a little over, unfortunately. But yeah, it's
Not unfortunately.
all around. What's going on?
You would have been the first person to end on time if you had ended on time.
Hey,
No
you want
one
to shout out
managed
my
it.
title? I went how far? I went like what, 20 something over or something like that. 19 over.
It was real
No,
bad.
you're supposed to do. It's supposed to be 6 to 8, and then it ended on like episode 21. So he still holds the record.
You
for over
got plenty of
double
wiggle
the-
room.
You're good.
Oh yeah, just it revolves around the group of people being trapped in a time loop, and yeah, I feel very fortunate to have gotten a group of players that just really know their shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Landy said, I'll be ending with that in maybe in about a month, and well, then he'll start his campaign, and we'll see where we take it from there. But yeah, I think that's me. So, Lord Lucifer, please take it away.
I have to react to that, which is the worst part, because then I have to like acknowledge that it's me. The humble part got cut off a couple times, so it looked like
It
just
is
wood
just a
for a little
chubby
bit,
little
and
bird.
I love that bird
I'm
so
running
much.
the famous campaign of wood.
Wood.
Just wood.
Oh
Hard
my
oak,
God.
live oak.
Anywho, thank you for handing it over. My name is Foos. I am the DM for this Difficult Terrain, our long-running campaign. I'm also a player in San Loric. And then I will be DMing another short series. Task Team M Part 2 is coming back. Should be this Wednesday. I almost said Sunday for some reason. I was like, no, Wednesday. This Wednesday, most likely. If not the one after that, but most likely this one. We'll make some announcements about it and such. Very excited. I'm drawing so many reptile boys. It's bonkers. Another one next. We should be good.
Yay.
But no, it's been very exciting, and I'm looking forward to that too. We have a couple little like small projects that are coming up to Humblewood. As Flandy mentioned, we're going to start recruiting for that sooner than later. So if you want to play with us and you're interested, check out our what's it called, Show Pitches and Recruiting, I believe, channel that I totally remember the name of for Flandy's announcement for when that comes out. So check that out, and then yeah, we'll hop into Difficult Terrain right now.
I'm gonna announce hella late to bug foos.
To bug Foos about what? Huh? Foos will never stop biting us off.
I'm gonna
What?
announce it hella late. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you're gonna announce? That's hilarious. If you do anything late, that just pushes you back, my guy. Because
Yeah.
I ain't gonna rush to make it happen. So
Quick, roll
if
your
you
character now.
if you go late, we go late. This is whatever it may be. But anyway, I will also never stop biting you. That is correct, Active. Because I like bitey monsters, and yeah, that's it. I think. All right, so Difficult Terrain. We'll hop into our recap, give it inspirations, and hop back into this bitch. The Preventers have been on about a 4.5-day journey now, on their way to essentially confront the Bobard bitch, as they call him fondly. The plan is to more or less have Lahiri, their succubus contact, which most of them don't really trust, essentially sneak past the fighting and investigate the space that the Bobard bitch is guarding for whatever reason. So with very little information, but a loose plan in mind, you guys have been going through a few events in the desert, including a Groot slang, including a giant worm, some hizzards that you guys threw off the mountain that I was totally ready to have throw you guys off the mountain. Didn't get a single one, and you guys launched like 6 of my dudes. So it was a good time. And,
Yeah.
survived the battle. But knowing that you are more or less like a night's sleep away from your destination. At the end of that fight, there were a few perception checks seemed to notice that as the Hizzards were falling off the side of the mountain, that they were being grabbed before they kind of hit the ground. Not all of them, but some. And there were voices that were speaking as well. With a successful history check, Valen was able to recall the sort of myth, essentially, of these ancient creatures that were nearly hunted into extinction because their blood could cure almost any ailment. So the group kind of deliberated on whether they should leave them alone or interact. When I believe Valen was like, we can fix Helda right now! And reached over to cast a spell to hopefully cure the sort of burn mark on the side of Helda's neck.
You robbed me.
And then I robbed Nenners immediately because he would have passed his wisdom saving throw, but I D4'd back down into failure. So sucked into the mindscape, Valen went with a nat 1. I believe Helda tried to catch you and did not. So essentially pinned under the 80-pound Githyanki.
Right, so I need to know
Ryland,
this man on top of me now.
he's kind of on top of you right now, yeah.
Oh, it's like on for novels. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. And it just you went to go catch him and it did not work out. So you guys are you're kind of pancaked at the moment. Ryland, knowing and having been to that mindscape before, decided to join his friend at the moment, and there's nonsense.
So much
happening in Discord. But Ryland managed to touch the scar, cast a spell, and willingly fail the saving throw to kind of get himself in that same space. Hearing that same voice kind of echoing in the darkness, whereas Ryland did his best to make sure he was not caught, Valen did not seem to give a shit. Tried to cast a spell, initially didn't quite go off, but eventually sort of made his presence known. And we ended that session with the two sort of lights in the darkness that seem to represent eyes turning and locking on both Ryland and Valen, and saying essentially that it had found you. So we are picking up with that situation happening in the mindscape. But what I would like to actually start with is the three who are outside of this situation right now, which is Helda, who is kind of keeping Valen from hitting the ground with her body, I guess, on the floor. Nirja, you did catch Ryland because you're very strong and you did pass your check, so you were able to kind of guide him down. But Kidoso, you're just chilling at the moment, but we're going to pick up with the three of you. And before we do that, let me go get the votes in, because I don't think I wrote it down. So I have to look at the votes again. Most of the time I write them down before the next day. I didn't! Okay, I thought so. All right, let me double check.
Who's the worst?
I am! I have to check one last thing because Nennish does not send it to me there, so I had to tally his as well.
Damn it,
And then we go
Nennis.
from there.
Damn
You
it.
didn't speak a lot last week because it was mostly like phone stuff.
Yeah,
so
but
we're good.
Nennish... No, you're
Damn it,
good.
You don't have to
Nennis.
scroll too much.
Oh, I don't think you did send it to me.
I feel like we
What?
spoke a lot
Lies.
last week.
Hold on.
I don't think you did.
No, we are a chatting cat group in Google Chat. So
Yeah, okay. I don't see Nennish's, so I'm just gonna have to go with what I got here, which means first one
Ooh,
is
Nennis.
first one's very clear. Congratulations, Kit. Helda, you are the proud owner of a D20.
Woo!
And the second one, I need to.
Kit.
It comes down to the person who did not help me at all with this, which is Nenners. So Kit and Nenners, congratulations. You both have the D20s for the night. And
Nanners, are you
again,
talking?
after.
Sorry, I think your mic might have died again.
Oh, we don't hear
Uh-oh.
shit.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, my name is Lenners
We
and I
don't
like
give
feet.
shit.
Oh, no, you can hear it. It's just delayed.
Got him.
how about now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, hi.
Is it better?
We could,
What
we could hear
happened?
you too.
It'll take me too long to explain, but
Okay. Never mind.
Minis!
That makes me laugh so hard. Oh, is he? Oh,
like
you
great
just
sword
catching up on the.
Look at that.
Anyway, but we're picking up with the three who are outside of the mindscape right now. You have just watched Valen initially cast a spell, collapse, and then Ryland cast a spell and collapse. But the three of you are out there. I will
Okay.
mention also, Helda, for you, the scar along your neck kind of flared up both times. You still feel a little bit of pain. You're not taking damage, but you can just feel a sort of a cold, burning intensity there.
I think she'd be more concerned with her friend just collapsing on her. Much like with me, I think her main reaction would be something along the lines of, "You know, this is how it happens in the books, but normally it's the other way around."
Oh, okay.
Did you what?
I'll explain later. Don't worry. What do I do with them?
Well, I did not prepare Awaken today, so I cannot just fix this. This is a joke.
Did you
let
look at
me-
his face and see how he's? Does he look like he's in a trance? What's going on with him?
Give me a quick medicine check, actually.
Okay. Does she have the medicina? Let's see.
Medicine.
Did I not fucking sign in? Oh, fucking hell. I must have closed the fucking page I had.
I was like, I think we're missing someone in here. Like, I couldn't figure out who it was. It's all good. No rush.
Okay. Come on. You're being slow.
No,
There you
right. Oh, yeah. That's what Bendy does. Roll Bendy.
Roll Benji.
Roll Bendy.
Roll Benji.
He's loading in.
Oh, come
Me,
on.
like,
Bendy,
you just
Bendy.
smack him awake. Kind of. I feel.
I know, right?
Would you like to try?
Not particularly. I'm not a smack him kind of guy.
I was like, if you want, you can try.
I'm wise, but I don't have good medicine. Let's see it.
Nice.
Ooh,
What a roll.
Good job.
Dang it. Okay.
Yeah, as you kind
Okay.
of look over him, it's obviously, it's also easier to check Valen than it is Rylan, because Rylan has his helmet on, so it's like you just going off vague body language with that big old guy. But with Valen, you're able to kind of look over his expression and his face and his body. You absolutely kind of unintentionally nailed it. This definitely seems like a trance of some kind. And part of you also knows this because you take the shortest rests because you are an elf, and you know that Valen doesn't need to sleep. And because of that, he also can't magically be put to sleep. So he's not unconscious, he's just, his mind is somewhere else. His body, however, is limp in front of you.
Fascinating.
So if he's not unconscious,
You
So-
are considered unconscious in a trance, sir. But anyway.
does that mean my aura's up?
No, it does not mean your arms up.
I mean,
Your mind is not in your body right now, you ham.
Well, then his aura in the mindscape because he's not unconscious.
Ah.
Sure.
Hold on.
Actually, it is because I did count it towards your saving throw,
Yeah.
Leonard, and that's why you still
yeah,
failed.
that's
So
right.
like it,
That's why you
that was
still
established.
Because you had this man's aura. That is the sole purpose of why you failed. You
Yeah,
bitch.
basically.
There was a
Clearly, threw you over
chance. There was a chance.
Um,
Sorry, go ahead, kid.
I think that's because I don't think if she would know what the hell to do here. Like, how can she help this guy?
Okay. Sorry, Vogley, I didn't realize you were waiting, but go ahead.
no, it's okay.
Yeah.
Like, I actually, based on what anybody who had been in the astral plane had told her about their experience, could she sort of like wonder, okay, they, see that they're fine, but also wonder, is this like them experiencing the astral plane, or like one
By
of
the way,
these?
she would have announced her findings here. I'm sorry.
Right.
Mm-mm-mm.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know.
You can give me a history check
Okay.
that I'm very confident about, and you can hear it in my voice.
I get. Okay. Please roll well. I don't know why the
Okay,
10's
yeah,
up.
you
I'm
don't
sorry.
have to pass without trace.
I didn't check
Pass without a
that.
trace makes me strong or smarter, right?
Yes, it does.
You're stealthing through your mind palace, just trying to get to the answer that gets seen.
Yeah.
Oh god, awesome.
Anyway.
No, but another great roll. 23s across the board. But when you're considering it, it doesn't seem like the astral plane at all, because that you had your body there. There was a chance to sort of astral project, but that was different. And just kind of in hearing what Helda described, you haven't necessarily been on the receiving end of it, but you've heard Sivir explain what it is on the outside. This feels more like they have gone into some kind of mindscape similar to Nirja's. But no, you haven't ever like seen someone go into your mindscape without being there yourself. So for
Right.
Nirja, it's more of an academic recollection as opposed to the rest of your team, which would be able to kind of recall what that feels like.
Okay. So she's going to say, all right. They definitely have gone into a mindscape. I don't know whose, or if this is. Yeah, I don't know whose, but I see it from the other side, and everybody's going into my head. So I don't remember there being a way for us to get out without somebody's help. or
Okay.
for them going through a door. So yeah, generally like slapping them awake won't work. And I'm not really sure how to get it.
You're gonna try just like a light like tap on his face, like kind of like that.
Yeah, no response.
Are you in there?
You are tapping. Phelan's getting tapped, but nothing's happening.
I had to try. I'm sorry. Okay, could she intuit that whose mind they're in right now?
I don't know if you would unfortunately have the dots to connect that really at the moment.
Okay.
Okay. So let's just make sure that we're monitoring their vital signs. If they get hurt, again, I've never seen this from the outside before, so I don't know if they get hurt. Do we heal them? Let's just make sure we keep an eye on them. Kuroso, do you have an idea?
Well, it would seem that hurting them just a little bit to wake their mind up does not seem to be the answer. I have two thoughts. One is more extreme than I would like to go. The other is possible. It is using bigger magics than I would like, but that is the nature of it. I don't think it can hurt.
Okay, yeah. Well, what are your ideas?
Well, I can turn someone into an animal, and that changes their mental facilities as well. So if it were to pull their brain into their new animal body, but perhaps their mind would be where it is, either unaffected or now an animal.
Yeah,
in
but
this
it's not
mind
speaking.
state.
There's a difference between the mind and the brain, so I don't know if it would work.
Only one way to find out.
Okay. What's the other idea?
Oh, the other idea is to kill them, and I will bring them back. But like I said, this is more extreme than I would like to go. This is not irrational. It is the worst case. If they were somehow going to be dead forever in this mindscape, and I knew this, I would go this route. But it is far too much.
Okay. Well, let's just, for now, since we don't know, let's just monitor them and see if there's anything they need or anything we can do. Because my concern is if you turn them into an animal, is there any animal that has a higher intelligence than Valen does, enough to like bring him out of this? I don't know.
I mean, it depends on what you quantify as intelligence. To be able to cast magics and understand languages, that is one thing. But to inherently know that some things just will come in time and to be at one with whatever, it is a different form. So in many ways, yes. But if you want to talk and it's an ability stat on the character sheet, not so much.
Okay.
But I would think that if I were to do this and it did not work, then there would just be a catatonic dog.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's just keep that in mind, and let's just watch their heart rate. Watch their
Nirja,
breathing.
give me one last history check. This DC is high, but it is a chance for her to kind of see if something rings a bell.
Okay.
Squeaky noises. Oh, okay, you're very close, but not quite.
Okay, can I use the D4 Madam Ava gave me? Would it be high enough?
You can absolutely use the D4 Madam Ava gave you.
Please roll high.
Just making squeaky sounds. Okay.
Roll what your Ava gave you. I'm rolling what your Ava gave you. You recall, if it is similar to your mindscape situation that Nirja has, encountered and your companions have gone into previously. The only times that has ever kind of been capable of happening for you was when you kind of had a guide of some kind, whether that was one of the Missouri tribe elders or the Severe, the soul healer as well. Someone always had to kind of facilitate that. You weren't entirely sure now, and honestly, even right now, you're not entirely sure why either. But if this was a mindscape, it seems like it's apparently volatile or open enough that all it took was some channeling of power or something and touching Hilda's scar and kind of opening it up that way.
which is wildly dangerous. And thankfully in a place that's mostly kind of covered, but you're imagining that's how they got in. Of course, you always had a guide to pull you out as well, so you don't know how that's going to look in this situation as well.
Okay, so
But
she's going to say, all right, wait a minute, I just had a thought. So all it took was Valen casting a spell and trying to touch Hilda's scar and going in. Like, usually we have somebody to guide us in and out, but right now it looks like that is the way in and out. And it's very chaotic and almost unstable. So I'm wondering if the way that they come out is through a very similar means.
Are you saying they're in my head?
It seems like that. Yeah, again, I've only experienced it from the other side, but in my experience so far, you needed somebody to bring you in and out of somebody's head, but the way this happened was through whatever power Valen had and then touching your scar, which also seems to have power in of itself. Like, remember, I was trying to tell you or show you that Myth or Majesty was sort of like doing this weird glowing thing when it was near your scar.
Is it glowing right now when she's nearby or no?
Myth or Majesty, yes.
Ooh.
Does that mean anything to either of you?
No.
Okay. Appreciate it.
But if your
No, at
weapon
this
is
point,
reacting,
you're lowering Valen, trying to be careful, and okay.
maybe, but not the sharp end, but maybe poke that with that.
Yes, maybe. Go.
What? Oh, yeah.
Not the sharp end. Not the sharp end.
Okay. Okay, and then she's just going to very gently touch the butt of Myth or Majesty right on the scar, just very gently.
Maybe you can speak to them this way.
Wisdom saving throw, Nirja and Hilda, please.
Oh, Christ.
Like if my plan didn't involve me saving for shit.
Heroes was like, give it a shot. What's the worst that could happen? No
Listen, I was fully
problems
prepared
for
to turn
me.
him into a monkey, but
Gosh.
Did Nirja pass?
No.
Can I use my indomitable?
You don't need to.
anymore.
Kid just did some work right now.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, with a 26, you absolutely pass. All right, so a couple of things happen almost immediately. Mithril Majesty has been kind of flaring up pretty much this whole time. But as you kind of got closer to the scar along her sort of like neck and shoulder, it's just started almost burning in your hands. Just hot and almost kind of shaking as you're doing so. But you were kind of doing it quickly enough that like you didn't realize how volatile it was until the contact happened. The second it happened, Hilda, your mind goes blank. Nirja, as you feel some sort of presence kind of attempting to almost peer into you, you immediately hear Kelleran in your mind. Kind of urgent and slightly panicked. Back off. As that happens, Hilda, you hit the ground. And you
Okay, I'm happy I
are...
put Valen down. Okay.
Yeah, he's down. Hilda is now unconscious. Nirja, the Mithril Majesty, is still kind of shaking. But Kelleran has made it very clear that he does not want you fucking touching that.
Okay. So she's going to make sure Hilda did not hit her head too hard or anything like that. Like some field medicine a little bit. And then she's gonna say to Kid also, okay, so the person who, or one of the people who live in Myth or Majesty really doesn't want me to touch that, and usually it's because you see how much this is shaking and how hot it is. Usually that's an indication to me that there's a demon or some kind of bad energy involved. I don't know if that's the case here, but now everyone's in the mindscape now. Great.
Well,
Everyone in the mindscape.
I suppose we
Everyone
can
just-
wait a while. I could try these polymorphs. I could also bury them in sand. We could go back to the city and start with a new group. I joke. It is to ease tension.
He's looking at you like absolutely mortified.
Of course we will not do this. I can attempt to turn into dog. If they die, I do not think we should kill them. But if they should die, I will have spells for this.
Okay.
Neither of us should go unconscious though, because if I go unconscious, I cannot cast it. And if you are going to go unconscious and you should die, I can only cast this. No, I have higher spell slots. I could cast this more times if needed.
Cool. Great. All right, let's just put a pin in that, shall we?
With the two of you kind of floundering.
I'm gonna mold Earth a dune chair again and offer one for inertia. Just gonna kick back, like, yep, this is happening, and when it's done happening, we'll go on to the next thing. I'm not worried at all.
Okay, and you're just gonna look at you thinking to yourself, man, how is this guy so chill? How can I achieve this level of chillness and not giving a fuck? There's no way.
Hey, there's a difference between chillness and not giving a fuck. I want them to succeed, but I can't do anything to influence it.
Oh yeah, but she doesn't know that. She's like filled with anxiety constantly. So, she's just gonna, meander over and just sit with Mithril Majesty and just like,
What the?
Mithril Majesty, as you sit, is like still trembling in your grasp.
I would
a little
maybe
bit.
let go of that. It looks painful.
I can't let go of it, otherwise the people in here are gonna get a fate worse than death. So I'm just gonna.
Would you have to constantly be holding that weapon?
Pretty much, yeah. It has to like touch some part of me, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, do not let go of that weapon. Would you like water?
Okay. No, I'm fine. I kind of feel like I want alcohol now, but
Hold on.
Oh wait, I have dwarven whiskey. Yeah, here. You want some?
Friends of Pat Sal's party.
For fucking real.
I'll take a splash, but I'm mostly gonna fill the cup with water.
Jesus. Watered down whiskey. Incredible. All right, so the
She's
two
gonna
of
say,
you
why
are...
are you doing that?
What?
Why are you doing that? Why are you
Oh, I do not
ordering
need
that?
to be overly drunk. In the desert, this could be very dangerous.
All right.
You should be fine. I am here.
Okay, thank you.
Amazing.
I'm gonna stab my staff in the dirt so I can fully stretch out.
And just kick back, baby. All
I'm
right.
keeping an eye on them. If they start twitching or something, I'll investigate. But
So as that is happening, we are going to shift back to boys and Helda essentially at the moment. So seeing the sort of lights in the darkness turn in your direction and start kind of making its way towards you. As the two of you are there, there's sort of almost like a draft. It feels like someone opened a door for a second. And as that happens directly behind you, Helda, you find yourself in a fully blackened space, although both yourself and your two companions seem to be kind of lit enough for you to at least recognize each other. Past them are two glowing eyes that are closing in. But you find yourself here as well.
I think her immediate reaction would go something along the lines of "Holy crap!" But I think she would see the eyes in the distance, yell "Holy!" and then immediately cover her mouth.
Gods be damned! Why are you here?
Where is here?
Damn it, Phelan! It was coming at us, right? Like it knows we're here. The gig's up.
It's still coming at you, and none of you.
Yeah.
We can't hear you again.
That's fine. He doesn't need to say anything. He's in jail.
We can't hear you, Dennis.
Ryland's. We still can hear you. Ryland's getting in full defensive mode. He pulled out his mace and shield. If I recall correctly, we were about to go to sleep, right? Bye, Dennis.
We lost Dennis. Hopefully he'll be back soon. I imagine he's fixing his shit. Doing fine. Yeah, he is. He ain't here to fuck around.
Fire
just
them
make
shoots.
sure the URL is the same. Okay, good.
hello?
Whoa,
Why are you
yeah,
ringing
hi,
your
what's
phone?
up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you sound like you're piloting a ship, man?
Because he unmuted himself and all of the AI bot fucking drowning out the bullshit shit's kicking in
Did some
slightly.
weird shit. Yeah, okay, we're good though. We can hear you, Dennis.
Good. All right. So you got your. He's gonna start twirling his staff because like magic works here apparently. He will try one last time though. How much time do we have till old TT boy is on us?
Oh, not much. Like you have whatever time to converse, and that's more or less it.
Oh, okay.
Mage armor.
Hunter's Mark.
Mage armor's always on. I tried casting a spell. I was in Jello apparently, so that and if we're
What?
conversing, that's not enough time to cast. So he's just gonna stay by Rylan and get ready to do some tag team 1980s action movie stuff.
All right, so as you are all kind of standing together, the eyes were coming towards you very quickly, and then they seemed to just kind of slow out of nowhere, stopping well out of your range, but just closer than where they were.
As
You
it
can kind of
recognizes-
feel. What'd you say?
As soon as it recognizes Zelda.
The area continues to kind of like shake and tremble a little bit, but the voice that comes out is a little more excited this time. There you are. What a day.
Wrapped around in the shield.
What a day. And you kind of, again, like you hear it coming towards you, 4 huge, heavy footsteps just coming in your direction, taking its time this time, rather than the lunge that the Ryland and Valen experienced. This is a methodical, slow approach. Well, not so clever are we now? But don't get scared yet. I'm feeling generous this day. So let's explore our options, shall we? 3. You become my next meal. Tiny morsel, but torn and devoured. Stretched and chewed. Quick
There's
if I'm
dividing.
merciful. Slow if you annoy me. Continues walking towards you. Option 2. You tell me of a place. One place where I can feast for some time. Important to you is better. Smaller is better. Hidden is better. Option 3. I plunder your mind for those ideas, for those locations. Maybe I'll let you live if I get something good enough. So,
Can Rylan try and cast Hunter's Mark on it?
you absolutely can try. Go ahead and give me your charisma check for your spellcasting modifier in this space.
Oh, why did it roll the?
Ooh. As you go to cast your Hunter's Mark, a spell that you are pretty new at, or has been kind of hinted towards you in recent times. You watch as it in the actually, wait, what's the range on it? 90 feet? It's not within 90 feet yet. Okay, I'll let you know when it is, because we're saving that nat 20 for once it is, but it's not in your distance just yet.
Yeah,
but we'll say that you're doing
as soon
that.
as he sees it within range, Rylan's getting the super defensive mode. He is making sure that he is within an arm's reach of Helda the entire time, seeing this change of demeanor, and he's ready to attack. He hasn't started the shit talking train yet, but he's about to.
Kind of watching your
I was hoping
your
that was gonna
body
go
language.
off and then start the bonking, but
Then I was gonna bonk real hard.
I have an offer for 2 places if you're interested. But one
Jack.
requires you to be clever, the other strong.
I feel you think you are both, but share with me your options.
There's an underground fighting ring that we've been a part of. And it does mean a good deal to us. A lot of good memories there. But the problem is it tends to move from place to place. I can tell you where some of the anchors are, but specific is difficult.
I'll tell you why I hate that in a moment, but give me your second option.
This is only if you're strong. Are you strong?
If you continue to ask questions, I think I'll just take the information for myself. Intelligence saving throw, please.
Can I get like quadruple advantage because I'm a gift?
Ooh, You don't get advantage. Oh, hello! We just got raided.
Well,
I get advantage to whatever, because of freaking mind flayer assholes. We're good
Because
at
of what?
projecting people out of our heads. The gets
Yeah, you
technically
are.
get psychic damage resistance because of
Resistance. Hey, you're not taking damage right now. But hello, thank you so much for the. You already shouted them out. Thank you so much, Wendy. That was so quick.
Get out of here, Foos. Get back to
you said
DM or
intelligence
something.
save.
Intelligence saving throw, please. Yes.
You're in my aura.
You are in his aura. Okay, very nice. You immediately feel a probing sensation within your mind, looking for sort of important people more than anything. He said locations, but he was going for faces
Can
immediately.
I plant a false? Can I lead him down a honeypot?
Ooh, okay, you can. That is a deception roll.
Oh, come on!
I mean, what else would it be, man?
It is. It's a deception roll. Yeah.
I have to roll dice in this dice rolling
No.
I'm
game.
trying not to roll
Yeah.
dice.
Yeah, Foos, why is this not a history check?
Oh, God.
If you didn't want to roll dice, could have been a rogue.
All right.
No, if you would like, you could absolutely try it. It would be a deception roll.
All right. It's too.
Excuse me.
Save freaking nothing ventured.
If you think that's what he would do, then
These guys are masters at being like of having people trying to get into their heads and fucking. But yep, that's what you get.
Can I roll my birthday inspiration to help him?
Do not. We haven't even started this fight, girl. Please, thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
I mean, you also have your own inspiration.
I do. That's why I haven't burnt it yet. Because Food's gonna roll some bullshit on the save, and I need to be able to counter that.
It's gonna roll. I mean, you might not have to even save if you
oh my
do well.
god. The first face that you felt this mind probe start to grasp onto was Kambish's. But the second you knew what direction it was going in, you were able to just immediately reject the attempt. To which you kind of watch as like creaking, almost rattling sort of sounds happen as the figure far from you at the moment, but still approaching, seems to kind of chuckle at the distance. All right. Resilient, I see. Your first location, awful. Fighting rings. Boring. Tasteless.
What do you consider tasty?
Tasty cakes.
Small civilizations where everyone knows each other. No strangers.
Get out of here, Foos. Get out of here, Foos.
Planting. The side glance was perfect.
Unfortunately for you, I descend from a people of empires, so I have no small civilizations to offer up to you. You seem more opportunistic than predatory, so I think I'll take my chances here.
You see the eyes kind of turn towards Helda. You've been a late snack I've been meaning to finish. So we'll start with you.
Does she remember this thing?
No. Not at all.
Wait,
all right, boys. So good.
I think at this point, when she like searches her mind, like I can't remember this guy. She's like, when were we supposed to have this meal together?
You're the meal.
It's you. Hi.
Oh, no,
You're the meal. It's you.
You know
like,
that.
when did it
Okay.
happen? I don't remember this. You see her waving her arms like this guy.
Guy. Right. Let's reacquaint ourselves, shall we?
No, please
And the
don't.
heavy footsteps continue kind of walking towards you. As they do so, you watch as the eyes seem to kind of like shrink down, lowering themselves until it almost feels like it's about your height, but from a distance. And the lighting in this weird kind of darkened mindscape remains dark. However, the eyes seem to kind of be facilitated by more of a body that you can recognize this time. Humanoid in shape, with extremely sort of pale skin and very, very long, straight black hair. Figure starts kind of walking towards you in the distance, fully fairly void of those monstrous features you kind of heard a little bit and saw before, but instead just kind of almost plain looking, if not for how gaunt this person looked.
You plain bitch.
Very honored.
It looks like a humanoid, just really skinny.
Yeah.
And super pale.
Super pale.
Can we discern a gender here?
No, actually right now, no. Mostly due to like the
Non-binary.
distance and the lack of the light and such.
God damn it.
But
Does Helder
There's
recognize
light.
it?
Helda, yeah, go ahead and give me a history check for that.
There's light.
Do I have good history? I have good history. Okay,
You
let's
do
not
have
relate
good
shit.
history.
Yeah.
Okay, recemos. Santa María de
It sounds like
Guadalupe.
you have bad history with this individual.
God
Oh,
damn
goddammit.
it. I fucking knew it was coming. Yeah, while you hold this, it's still not even within 90 feet of you, my guy.
Okay,
Your
I'm just
hunter's mark
letting you know.
hasn't gone off.
Said there's no light yet. I was like, there's light. I got
There's
light.
no light on the body.
Please, I got light.
There's no
Liz,
light on that creature.
It's so bright.
Oh my gosh. I promise you, I'm watching your shit.
I'm
You're
sure.
good, don't worry. But there's something about maybe the way this person is watching or walking towards you that feels familiar, but you can't get much more than that, unfortunately.
Is
It's
it like a clumsy way, a graceful way, or in what way does you recognize it?
it feels predatory, like
Ah,
just stalking you in its own time.
Ew.
okay, this feels weird. She's. I remember something about her, but do you guys know them?
I've never seen this creature before.
Oh, okay.
But I do.
But it seems to know me. This is concerning me.
I have a particular distaste for creatures that prey upon things' minds and wills. So, if you don't mind, I'm going to claim the head.
Oh.
What did you think that cloud looks like?
They're just having a great time out there.
A bunny?
I could see that.
Yeah.
Just to clarify, they're not twitching. They're not doing nothing, right? Then I'm
Nope.
not concerned.
Correct. Y'all are chilling. I wasn't sure how long the cloud talk was going to go on, so I shouldn't have had a bite of that date.
Well, I could have kept going. I just wanted to fill a moment of silence. I didn't
No,
need
you're
to
good. You're good.
focus.
No concern at all. But I need a intelligence saving throw from Ryland and Helda as
Well, bullshit.
continues walking forward.
No.
Careful, she bites.
Who's gonna have advantage? For no reason.
No.
Someone redeem an advantage for me, please.
Fine.
Gotta roll. Let's go.
I'm filibustering. Ugh. Oh god.
I know.
Oh,
I know.
boy.
You can't though. Let's go.
What's the DC? Can I know that?
How southern of you? Could you hurry up?
Could you?
Shut up. That is you bitch when you roll your dumb stats too. Get out of here.
True.
Just roll them.
Eventually.
I took my 2 look, man.
Ooh.
Get in there.
Helda, you as well.
I need it. This is about to give up my stupid village.
I'm sorry, I was muted. Am I in Ryland's aura or no?
You are, yes.
Wonderful.
You had
What do I
already
get?
rolled, but I will let you re-roll just this one time, okay? Because go for it.
Hold on, let me.
And,
I gotta-
intelligence from
entirely
Helda as
too
well.
nice to all of you. I don't want to hear Fooz's dark
Alright.
and mean ever again.
What's Ryland's aura? 6 or 5?
6.
35.
God damn.
No, it's a 6.
I wish you were 35. Okay.
Holy shit! All right.
That's a good roll.
Wish me luck, boys.
That
Well, Santa Maria de
one.
Come on, do better. Whew! All
Do
right.
better.
Probably not enough, but it's better.
Helda, you immediately start feeling it kind of probing your mind again. And again, in the sense that this sensation feels familiar. You don't realize it feels familiar until you sense it. And the family members start kind of faces that you don't quite remember start coming to the surface before you push it out. You kind of see the figure walking towards you just kind of twitch its head for a second, looking slightly frustrated. but instead the eyes settle on Ryland instead. Sort of almost burning holes through the mask that separates.
Do
your
I see
face with
him
its.
locking up?
See what, Ryland locking up?
Yeah.
I mean, unless he's locking up on his own, but
Is
this...
he out here, like just locking? You know what I mean? Like
Ryland is not doing anything different, but as the eyes kind of lock with his, you hear again...
Fuck.
Delicious.
Fuck.
The faces of your mom, your father,
Fuck.
the newborn twins come to
Balin,
you.
help!
Tree bender
Does he say
start
that?
flashing. You can speak, yeah. You can absolutely speak.
That was
Can
one
I
time.
can I roll my inspiration to bonk him out of that, or is he still? Is it at this point too late?
It's
this
kind of
might
late
happen.
now. It's
No,
too
it's cool.
late.
It's cool. I'm just,
Yeah.
just a question. I'm
Yeah.
not.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
not cool, but it's what's
No,
happening.
I hear
I
you.
was
I
more
hear ya.
hopeful on the deception. We're hope is dead. We're good.
I got you. But as those faces go through your mind, you finally get to kind of see a little bit more features as the figure kind of lights up. You see a feminine face, a smile kind of pulling across her mouth. Option 3, then. I'll come back for each of you.
I can't
won't
hear you.
remember it, though. She says, I'll come back for each of you, but you won't remember it.
Okay.
You probably won't remember this either. Bye. And as this happens, I need another intelligence saving throw from all 3 of you
The fuck?
as you are ejected.
Can't I just keep the one I rolled? That was pretty good.
It was pretty good. Yeah, no, unfortunately, you can't keep it, though. I do need a new one.
I'm just saying,
Okay.
mister, I don't want to burn my inspiration so early. You could have deceived this person into going after the Bobard bitch.
Joe, if you honestly think I could have raised a 2 to
I
something
do.
I could trick somebody
22?
with,
22 would have done it.
be rolling a natural 20.
Uh.
Like maybe in 2 games, maybe.
Sometimes you got to
All
trust
right.
in the heart of the dice.
You notice how
I did,
Foos
and I
yet
got
again ate one more of my natural 20s?
You didn't trust shit. You were like, oh no, I got to roll.
The worst.
I did get a D4, so Nenners, fuck you
Yeah.
one more time.
Wow!
No, you're not getting me twice on one.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Dude,
Fuck you back.
let's go!
You ever beat a
Very nice,
D4
very
with
nice.
a D20 just barely?
I know. You guys stop giving them to me. This is what you're gonna get. Like, I'm not.
I mean, that was a
Excited
D20.
you though, man.
I'll give you a D4.
We're already out. We're out for the night. Well, you know what? I say let's just go ahead and end tonight's session. Let's regroup next week.
We're done here. We're done. No, you're
We've
good.
done all we can do.
You are all kind of forcibly thrown from this mindscape. The darkness kind of swirling back around, and as you are starting to kind of lose vision in this space, you watch as the pale-looking woman in front of you just kind of puts one hand forward, the other hand forward, slowly morphing into a skeletal but blackened-looking dragon figure. Before the full figure takes shape in front of you, you are all pushed out.
Is this the stupid dragon? Stupid fucking soul
You
demon
all get
eater
pushed
secret dragon?
As this happens, Valen, there's a moment where the memory of the entire interaction starts slipping from you, but you manage to kind of reel it back in. Helda, you remember everything in vivid detail. Ryland, you remember nothing.
God
But all
damn
3
it!
of you find yourselves back out on the desert floor with Mirko and Kidoso not too far away.
We found him. We found the dragon.
What?
We need to talk to Calren.
Do I just forget the, like, since we plopped out, or do I forget, like, the day? Or how far do I lose memory?
You since you plopped out, you forgot everything as soon as you got into the mindscape. So you remember reaching out to touch Helda, and you know you blacked out, but you don't remember what happened in there.
God damn it.
I think her immediate reaction would be to get up and just go, Do you guys remember what you saw?
I remember everything.
No! Damn it, Balin! I told you couldn't do it right. We're in the desert. We have a big fight.
So
No,
he doesn't
You
remember.
made it out of the
No,
hand.
we just found out something huge.
What? What'd
We
you
found
find
out nothing.
The Soul Stealer dragon is in her head.
What?
So see.
Soul Seeker Dragon. Is
That's
in
what
your
that
head.
was?
Okay, and you met it. All right, and you want to talk to Kelren?
I want to kill it.
Okay. Can we do one thing at a time?
I feel like if you risk going unconscious just by touching Helda, then you should probably not be touching Helda.
I had it. I don't know what happened. Next time we do it, I'm sure I'll be fine.
What happened? How did you get out?
I was pretty sure I was going to be able to hunter's mark.
I
but I don't
believe
remember
it
that.
shunted us out.
Unfortunately, I don't think my friends here have the training gift you for mental assaults and.
Okay, but you also are here, so how did you get kicked out?
It expelled me.
I don't know.
So how
Exactly.
did you have it?
Have what? No,
He didn't.
the cure, the failure of the cure is what prompted this whole
Oh,
thing.
what were you trying to? I already forgot what you were trying to do.
I was trying to cure her, Helda's scar now that I have a better understanding of healing, but something slipped. It was strange, but we'll
So you want to try and heal it again to go to this other
not right
place
now.
again
Admittedly, not right now.
to get
However,
assaulted by a type of dragon again. I mean, if that is what you wish to do, I trust that you know what you're doing.
I have no idea what I'm doing. I can't even use magic in there, but we'll have to figure out a way to extract
Well,
it.
that seems like a bad place to be then, because
Well,
without
that's what-
magic, you are not physically formidable. Neither am I. This is not a criticism. It is who we are.
I think what we'll need to do is finish our mission today, deal with Nerja's stuff next. If we can clear Kyle Ren's plate, we can then hopefully enlist his help in engaging this.
Now, here is my question for you. If I had polymorphed one or all of you, would you have snapped out of it?
I'm pretty sure he would have just turned me into a creature mentally in that space.
I think this would protect you from whoever is assaulting your brain. I posit this.
I'd argue not, because I would still have the same knowledge, just the
But you would
insufficient
not.
faculties to defend myself.
I disagree. But
Is this
fine.
something we need to address now?
Well, my other thought
mean-
is if I were to turn Helda into a creature, then the mind escape would not exist.
It's a different dimension. I think there's more to this than just a simple mindscape.
Okay.
Is it something we need to address now? Because if that thing's in there, like, doesn't that mean it can, like, I don't know, do other things, or is it stuck?
Do you remember
Also-
anything?
No, just what you're saying.
Because it went after Kambish in my memories. So you need to contact your village right now and let them know they might be under attack.
Would Helda remember
Why?
the whole, like, Ryland just getting out for a second?
Yeah, you'd remember everything that happened in there. So Ryland going, help! Because he did speak when it started rifling through his memories, but he didn't say... Did you say anything specific to that? I think you were just panicking, right?
I think it was just, help, Balin, help!
Yeah, it was just that.
Dang it.
So you don't...
I think then she would have mentioned that. You did call out for Valen at some point. You seemed panicked.
How did the Soul Stealer Dragon get in your head?
How
Well,
is it
this
still
is-
there?
This is my
How is
question.
it not here?
Is anyone in danger if it is trapped in this place?
Who
I
knows?
think it's
Because it's
trapped.
trapped.
It's not trapped.
It might be.
If
Well-
it was looking through your head for other places to go and eat, I don't think it's trapped.
If it is trapped, if it is not trapped, unless we can deal with it now, this is a problem for tomorrow.
It's either trapped, layering, or hiding. I'm not sure which of the options it is, but regardless, the sooner we get rid of it, the better.
But for
Do we
now,
need
we
to
have-
put this ambush on hold, then?
No, we finished
Yeah.
the ambush. It's no threat to us now, as if your people are warned. That's about as good as we can do, unless we physically get called over there.
Are we still outside or are we in the oasis? I don't remember.
In
No, you're outside. You guys didn't
what?
have your long rest. You didn't go to your long rest place yet because you were talking about possibly talking to the ladies, and then it turned
I thought
into
we
a
did.
healing session.
Do you think,
didn't think you did.
severe?
I have it marked off, is why I'm questioning.
Yeah, I thought we were in the
Okay.
the special round, which is why we started talking about trying to heal and stuff, and then
Okay, then
Then I was an
sure.
idiot.
If you have it marked
did
off,
it
then
I
we'll
naturally.
see.
don't. See, I might be wrong because I don't feel like we got there. Because your
We
reaction,
didn't.
why
were
are we
talking
doing
about
this
the snake
now?
ladies and
Yeah,
Much
because I'm
more
pretty sure you
sense
did
to
it
be on the
outside.
yeah, we were talking about the snake ladies. We're like, oh, we can use it to heal Helda, and then Valen goes,
Yeah.
oh, but I can heal her, and that's how it
Yeah, that's how I thought it happened. Okay, because yeah, so that means you're still outside at the moment.
there you go.
We need
Oh, because I'm looking at the wrong thing. That is why.
Okay, good. I was like, if you have it marked off, then I don't know. But
Yeah, I
it shouldn't
thought
be.
we carried on because it seems like fuck no, and that's
You
when
have
we had
multiple
the.
abilities that have the word oasis in them. You get confused.
I hear that.
Anyway, was the plan to keep walking tonight, or were we done?
Yeah, we're gonna walk and talk.
I just didn't remember how much traveling we had to do.
Do you think
I'm pretty sure
Severe
we
could
had a ways
help
to go.
pull that out?
We'd have to really let him know first.
Oh, absolutely. I'm by no means trying to get the man killed.
Also, as you guys are all kind of having this conversation, like Nirja is still holding on to Mithra Majesty, and like her forearm is like trembling as the weapon is still kind of shaking.
He's very upset.
Yeah, that's probably what killed them in the first place. Can you talk
Should
to
we try and
Kelren?
talk to
See if he has any
Kelren?
ideas?
Yeah, I'll try.
You can't, unfortunately.
Why not?
Pointed to Helda.
Yeah, Helda's out.
Oh, I thought you were trying
Also, if he needs help, I don't imagine we're doing anything tonight once we settle down, so we might be able to assist.
Okay.
Well, let's make a plan this time, because the last attempt to assist led to this.
We've been in Nurja's head before. It's a little less messy.
Not
Not by much, admittedly.
Mhm.
But
Appreciate that.
From what I understand, there are many people in there. How is it less messy?
whatever. So, what do you know about phylacteries?
Bless you.
Can I
So,
roll a?
My active theory. Oh, yeah, I'm not. That's up to Foos.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. You're what were you doing? Asking
Can
for?
I roll a history check to see if she knows this?
Knows what a phylactery is?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Lane does. I don't think Rylan does. Well,
Nobody
Rylan
does.
probably does because
Yeah. No,
Valen.
unfortunately not right now. Yeah.
You should not find a book on it.
My
Unfortunately.
active theory is that the being we know as Nurja is not actually stored in Nurja's body. It's stored in Mytho Majesty.
What?
It has somehow become a reliquary of souls of sorts, with a couple of doors that are still open, unfortunately, and that is why she gets demonic guests from time to time. She also has a previous resident, Calren, who I believe was also a victim of that dragon.
on that note, I think she has more.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. We alleviate his pain. All that being said, because it's not necessarily like an extra dimension created by a creature that hunts, and more of a container, if you will, there's more order to it, if that makes any sense.
Did you say so? I will enter it or not enter it as needed.
I appreciate
So-
your...
So you want me to talk to Kelren now? What do you want to ask him?
When we get ready to rest, well, I mean, I guess you can talk to him. Can you talk to him while we walk, or is that like a full body?
No, I'd have to concentrate.
All right. Well, check in with him now. See if he needs anything immediately. If he doesn't, let's get somewhere safe, and then we
Okay.
can plan our evening.
Okay. I need. I guess. Foos, what do I need again? I'm sorry.
Do you need drugs?
This is an insight check for you.
Do you need drugs?
I might need
Unfortunately, you're at disadvantage because you are under the hallucinogenic effects of your withdrawal stuff from your failed Constitution saving
There we
throw.
go. Let's just roll and see. Nat one. Woo!
There it is.
Mark that down, ladies and gents.
I
Yeah,
think I
Nurja,
reset everybody. I'm not sure.
you attempt. Well, yeah, she wasn't on yesterday, so she should be reset anyway. But you attempt to connect, and it almost feels like, you know how if you like hop into the kitchen when like your mom's cooking or something and she's whirring around and just like doesn't acknowledge you and is like, get out, I'm busy. You get very much that kind of situation where like you attempted to connect and it's like, I don't even have time to look at you right now.
Yeah.
So like, get out. So you're kind of immediately rejected, unfortunately.
Okay. So yeah, I'm not doing well, so I can't talk to him right now. We need to get in a safe space,
All right.
and I need more
We can
of the pipe weed, unfortunately, in order to try and calm down and try and talk to him again.
Fuzi, How far is it
Yes.
from like where we can get within striking distance of the Bobar bitches compound?
Your last location to also meet with Lahiri is in about like 2 hours of travel. You were most of the way there.
Let's get the travel out of the way, meet Ryland's
Girlfriend.
girlfriend, and then rest up and go from there.
Okay.
Real quick, at one point, Valen did ask, and I made a point of pointing out that it's all sand, but now that we're in the rocks where there might be overhangs, caves, and places where moisture could theoretically gather, are there plants that might help in this vicinity, either that I know of and could look for, or if I just look around for signs of life?
In terms of like snuff,
Helping
or
whatever
what are we trying to
Nurge is
find?
going on.
Nurja needs. You do know that Nurja's what she specifically uses, it doesn't grow around here. But in terms of finding something else,
Like if I could find the store brand.
There's
My brand.
there's some plant life around here. But go ahead and give me a survival check as you are taking a look around here.
Ah.
Nice.
Ooh.
Holy shit. Okay. There are a few things around here that like could be used as a sort of what's the word I'm looking for here? Something to just kind of sedate her a little bit. Nothing super powerful, but give Dubs a snack. Like, you notice? That could certainly help with it and such. But in all this fuss and all the kind of commotion that had just happened, you are also reminded of the women who are those creatures down below who are still kind of conversing and seemingly eating. That could absolutely cure that more than your potential foraging
What
could.
do we know about them? Are they nice?
They're known to be very secretive, but nothing about their personalities really. Mostly just that
Have I
they're
encountered
likely.
them before in my wanderings of the desert?
You have not. They are so rare that like any stories written about them are written from a sense of like mythology.
Well, I do think we should not address whatever is happening over here in the Kenny Helda in the immediate future. But it is possible. You had asked about plants. There are some things that could maybe help a little that grow in this area, but mostly there are the healers in this area. Though I have not met them, and nor has anyone, really. And I do not know if they would be willing to converse, as it were.
The tentacle ladies that were eating the giant lizards?
Yes.
That sounds safe.
The what?
You do not eat meat? I did not know this.
Might be worth a shot.
Not in that fashion? Okay, all right. Nurja, we love you, and this comes down to you. Do you want to talk to these healers, not healers, lizard eaters, and see if they can
Lizard
cure
eaters.
you?
Lizard just got me.
That's hard to say. I always want to try something, but I also don't want to force people to talk to other people if they don't want to.
We're in this together. And I
Did you
can
break out
guarantee
in the
before
song
this
High
is
School
over,
Musical style?
I'm gonna drag you into something worse. So,
All right. Let's just try. Why not? Let's try everything we possibly can, and I will go first in that sense and just be honest with them. How do you want to like lure me down? How's this gonna work?
I have feather fall.
How about I go with you?
Okay.
Because you're not quite yourself right now.
How about we all go? I can get us all to float down.
Okay.
I would not be floating too close. I would prefer to announce that you should walk to make noise, to make yourself known. To sneak up on someone is to be a predator in the desert.
Yeah.
That is
Yes.
a threatening thing.
Okay. So can I
Also have a great track record with ladies.
Yeah. Can I just call down and say hello, and just kind of start the conversation that way? I'll do that. and she goes up to the edge and sort of leans over, but also has Mithril Majesty kind of like anchor her, like so, because she doesn't like heights, and just lean
His
over.
Majesty is still shaking though, so it's not a great idea to try and like.
Oh, okay, it's still shaking. All right, so she's just gonna be like, all right, never mind. So she's just gonna put a foot out like a couple of inches away from the edge to the point where she thinks that she's still mostly on solid ground, and she's gonna say,
Well,
what?
before you do, Rylan will kind of like place his hand on your shoulder, and he's be like, "Are you sure you're ready to do this right now?"
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi,
Dubs.
Hey, Dubs.
Jesus.
So she's gonna. Sorry.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
She's gonna lean over and say, "Hello."
Hello.
Well, yeah, right. We
It's just
mean
cute.
you. We mean you no harm. We just are seeking some help if you can. Some of us are hurt and in need of assistance. There's also someone who has an uninvited guest in their mind. We're asking for some help if you are willing and able to help us. We will not come down if you do not want us to, but we hope that you will reconsider.
Rylan's gonna wait a respectable amount of time, and he's gonna assist by adding on at the end. We understand that there were horrors done to your people in the past, and while we may not have the ability to rectify that, just know that we understand your pain if you say no.
I'm not going to
Something to
assist,
it.
but I am going to observe by sitting on the edge and kicking my feet and kind of looking down.
I'm going to be the nervous
He does-
father waiting for any of them to fall with feather fall. Excuse me.
For the
Fairy
fall.
fire! Holy shit! Did you guys fall fairy fire?
The shit out of them.
You can see the whole way down.
Yeah.
Jeez. As you are doing this, I will have you can each roll a persuasion, or you can have one of you roll with advantage.
Hey, Rylan, how's that persuasion? I got +1.
It's up to you. Do you think you would want to roll, or do you think you'd want Rylan to?
She would want Rylan to, just because she knows how she is. So,
Okay.
Go ahead. Please.
Fighter, hit thing, not say thing good.
Yeah.
Also, fighter mad because fights are not have fixed.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh,
You're out of the club, son.
Got his nat 20 back
You're out of the club. Get out.
immediately.
You get out. It's not a club. It's a fucking chairman. Whatever the fuck.
It's a monarchy.
There ain't no president.
He's a chairman now, apparently. We're learning
Foos
things.
took away my nat 20 earlier. I'm just getting it back.
I did. I'm very sorry. I didn't think about it until now. Like when you typed it, I was like, oh, I did. I'm so sorry. Not my intention. But as you kind of call out, working together and choosing your words very, very carefully, there is what feels like minutes of silence. But you have noticed that the chewing sounds as well as the sloshing has come to a stop.
sloshing.
And eventually you hear a sort of inquisitive voice responding. That it seems only Valen, as far as I know, and Ryland would be able to understand. Valen because of your circlet, but Ryland because they respond in giant.
We have a dubs.
Far from home, are we?
Yeah.
Very well. We are well fed. Come on down.
You know, of all the prerequisites, that's the least I'm probably comfortable with. But I guess I have the benefit of being the skinniest one here. So, is there a ledge that we can like
Oh,
comfortably
you can
float down
understand
to?
that. That's right. You got your stupid crown back. I was like,
Yeah,
you don't
he-
understand any of this.
He does, yeah. If anyone else understands giant, you understood that, but I'm pretty sure no one else does.
Yeah.
Did they
Rylan
say
will respond
any
back in
words?
giant and say, "Thank you for your hospitality." Although I imagine we don't have a bigger word like hospitality, but you get the idea. Thank you for your hospitality. Hopefully we can be of use to each other. Glad you're fed.
What is happening?
He's he's thanking them.
Why?
I don't know. I don't understand giant culture, I'll be honest with you. There's a lot of hugging involved.
We said our piece. They said nothing, and then he said thank you. What do you mean? He said thank you for nothing.
He thanked them for responding,
Oh,
and he's grateful that they are well fed. I'm not sure what kind of hugs we're gonna get, but they're probably gonna be of the tentacle variety.
so we are welcome.
So we have to hug them?
I
I can do that.
I'm not sure. Don't put words in my mouth.
No.
I'm not sure.
Well, you have
We've got
only
no
said they have
hugging.
responded. No one is
Oh my
explaining
gosh.
anything.
Let's
We're
go.
not. What are we
How
doing?
are we getting down? Is
Oh,
there a
we're
path?
going down.
I
Let's
can
start
float us down.
How are you gonna get us back up?
I can teleport.
I can walk.
I don't have a good idea.
Well,
Okay.
What
Like-
do we have ropes? Can we secure ropes up here and then we could just climb our way back up?
Yeah, I've got rope.
I feel like
It is a bit of a
the
distance.
hell
However,
out of here, Dubs.
thanks. I get an advantage on my next roll.
Dubs, I got snacks for you, bro. How do you do this to me?
he's a good person who understands the DM needs every bone they can be thrown.
No.
No,
I do. I
She's
do.
whooping
No,
our
you
ass,
don't.
Joe.
You guys are fine.
Exactly.
Babies.
Exactly.
not when the DM
Um,
rolls so well. Better than
We
two.
just got a crit.
I'm gonna
So?
call Tom.
Guys got two crits.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. Okay. But there are a couple of ways you guys can get down, no problem. Getting up might be interesting for some of you. There are people who, if you use a pre-critical like a person, or like an ape essentially, if you change your belt.
What?
Honestly, descending should be fine. Ascending may be something to figure out, but the team should be able to fine. You got me saying it now. Featherfall their way down safely.
Okay. Let me just go through the.
How does this work?
I mean, I guess if we really wanted to, the Kiroso and I could make steps out of the wall using mold earth, and just kind of
Oh,
stare our way out. It's going to be ugly and slow, but we can
Or
do
keep
it.
my head back over.
Why,
Like,
why
what
don't
are
we just
waiting
walk
for?
down?
not all of us can walk down.
Are you walking?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about
Are
that.
you molding through the earth?
Just walking like this.
I am climbing. What are you doing?
I'm not trying to fall to my death. I'm gonna float down like a feather fall. Everyone's got
fairy?
feather fall.
I'm just gonna like back swan dive. If that's the case, I don't need to be climbing.
Amazing. All right, so everyone, you are featherfall. Then I'm just going to assume that everyone's going to hop off and start
Do a flip.
descending.
You're just holding on to Valen. Because he's casting it, so she's just like, "Rah."
Well, like the spell goes off, so it's just amazing to think of the two of you floating down, and you're just like, Jesus.
I regret to inform you, Nersha, that you've grabbed the worst bundle of padding you probably could have from this group.
Not padding. No. Mm-mm.
It's just gonna be my bones snapping when we hit the ground. All right, we're just gonna-
But you are all descending as you go. You're able to kind of make out a lot of the cliffs here have been kind of like hollowed out in some ways, where it looks like creatures who are likely native to this space could navigate it quite easily and kind of find places to kind of like duck in and out. You can even see some like scratch marks along the rocks as you're going down, likely where the lizards have taken up residence in some cases. There are also like sort of dried pieces of blood that are kind of stuck to the sides, like the edges of the stones, where it's kind of becoming a little more clear that some of the lizards would hunt by way of throwing people off the edges and catching their bodies when they reached the bottom or whatever cliff they got onto. But instead, it happened to them. As you are going down, you can see some of the broken bodies of the creatures that you fended off. But as you are going down, you kind of start hearing the voices kind of speaking again. It's not like discernible yet. You could just kind of hear that their voices are going off. But as you are going down, you can make out what looks like kind of an opening to a cavernous looking space where the voices seem to be coming out. And with the help of Featherfall and likely each other, you're able to navigate and then land on the lip of that space. You can't help but notice that as you land in this kind of opening that there does seem to be light coming from the back end of it. But just from where you found it in the mountain, it feels like that should absolutely not be moonlight. It could not reach through the mountain unless there was a big hole in it that you guys did not see from the outside. But with a little bit of light and the voice is a little clearer, you hear the same voice. Are you coming?
Still in giant.
I'll say
No,
it's still a giant.
that was common. That's a good
Either way,
question
I
to
didn't
ask. It's
hesitate to
common.
start walking in. So
Would
Yeah.
Ryland have an inkling as to why they how they figured out he was what he was, or like, would he think that that's his accent? Does he think that it's like
You have
some
a
magical
Cajun
property?
accent.
Maybe a smell?
Yeah. You would imagine, like, with the information you have, that it was perhaps an accent-based thing. Otherwise, it suggests that perhaps they had visual on you, but you can't confirm either.
Okay. Ryland's definitely heading in towards the front, unless Caruso just pushed him out of the way and
well, I mean, I
darted
didn't
in.
hesitate, and I was the first one to jump off. So I mean, I'm not
Walked
gonna like
in,
run out
yeah.
of sight. I'm just eager to be here.
As you are making your way in, you're starting to see not only the mountainous kind of cavern space that you find yourself in, but you're also starting to see structures that have been long since eroded down. What looks like the ruins of some civilization that lived here at some point, but it is centuries gone. What's left of the stone is like indiscernible. You can just kind of make out vague steps and columns in certain spots, but otherwise mostly gone. But as you continue onward, there is a very clear blood trail where it looks like the body of one of those lizard creatures was sort of dragged back. And as you're following that forward, this space that you kind of find yourself in opens up and seems lit, but not in a particular location. There is no light spell. There is no torch that is here. It is just all a light for some reason. And in the center
that
of
kinda
it
lit. Okay.
and in the center of it is a shallow pool of water, currently stained with the blood of 3 or 4 of the lizard creatures, one of which has been reduced to a tail. The others are currently being picked down to the bones. We're 3 women with sort of serpentine bottom halves, but at the end of each of them, at the end of each of their tails, that is, seems to be holding a bowl of some kind. The sloshing sounds that you heard, very evidently coming from those bowls at the end of each of their tails. But all 3 of them look in your direction as you step in. First addressing Ryland, the one that speaks up seems to have a smaller sort of crown that's mostly made of bone and chitin, with the sort of red top that she is wearing as well, gold accents along with jewelry.
Does it look like the bone jewelry our friend made?
Not quite. This looks
Okay.
different. not exactly. But she looks over you. You and your friends need a lot of help, right?
If you would be so kind. Maybe just hear us out. See what we can offer.
Your kindness is the only reason you're here.
He'll kind of like, he'll bow. I don't know if he like has an inkling as to why like she knows he's kind. Like obviously he knows he's kind. Like this is he's never had his reputation precede him.
It is so funny to be like, you seem nice, and she's like, well,
Why? Says who?
100%. My first inkling was to bow to them. So if you're doing it, like, well, shit, yeah. Like, I don't know.
More bowing.
Oh, this
He'll
is
just kind of bow. He's like, well,
I think you guys would hear like a loud whisper from Helda, just like, "Do we hug them now?"
I don't think so. I think they do bows.
Oh, okay.
Follow
Let me
Ryland's
know
lead.
Let me know if I have to hug them, please. Okay.
No, Ryland's lead the shindig. Oh boy, wish us all good luck.
There's something kind of animalistic about the way they stare at each of you. There's like an intensity there. It's not quite the predator-prey situation you were getting in the mindscape you were getting before, but it almost feels like fight or flight is ready at any second, despite the calm tone that they carry when they speak with you. But the intense eyes sweep over everyone in the group. You wanted us to hear you out?
Yes. So he'll, without fully casting exposition, he'll start off by talking about what they were called from their lore, where they came from, whether or not he knows it's true, and that kind of triggered the thought of maybe they can help our friend Helda with the scar, and then that they just found out that the Soul Seeker Dragon's hiding out in there somewhere, so he's going to shift fire back to Nerja with her issues, specifically her lack of droogs, and perhaps the mental endeavor.
Persuasion check. If you had voiced this, I feel like I would have given you advantage, but because it was exposition, this will be flat.
Oh, damn
Because I
it.
don't know how you're kind of approaching this.
I
So
didn't
it's
want
a
to
little
like
harder
take
for
up
me
too
to-
much time. All right.
I understand.
Okay.
This is important negotiations. Nice. Very
Wow.
nice.
Brandy's
You-
off the team.
Get the fuck out, Dennis.
You feel the intensity remain throughout the whole conversation, which likely does not help kind of ease the situation. But once you finally finish explaining everything, the woman on the right with sort of gold that seems to almost float around her, like a scarf of some kind, looks back to the other two and then back at you. Well, it sounds like you've all been through some trouble. We can help, but nothing comes for free. So, what do you have to offer?
Let's see. Starts digging through her bag.
What? Well,
Oh no.
what do you like? I suppose. Would you use gold? Yes, Kirosa.
Oh, this is Joe.
Oh, Joe.
Oh, Joe! Joe, what's up, Joe?
Is this amount of water an accurate reflection of their existence?
Yes.
And that looks like it's fed. Water is just an important commodity in a desert setting,
Yeah.
and I've got a lot
is.
of it. So I was like, well, that's an easy thing, but it looks like they're probably fine.
Yeah. They don't seem. You're also noticing that like they are residing within the water, but it almost feels more like it's like a pool for them to hang out in. It certainly doesn't feel like they're taking care of it as if they would need to drink from it. Just from the way they're interacting with it. But to answer your question, no. This is in the kind of motions towards the space. Not a place for gold.
Of course, especially if the stories are true. Well, for one, this is obviously not a bargaining chip by any means, but just know that your location and existence is safe with us. We will not share this information with anybody.
Until this information is convenient to you.
Oh, no, you have my word. And unless, not unless, he didn't say it. Flighty said unless. He said, your location is secret. We will protect it with our lives. Each one of us. And he kind of looks up to make sure he gives a verbal north-south, or a visual north-south at least.
Keeping secrets, what I do.
Forgetting things
Thank
is what you do.
Keeping secrets.
Hold on.
I think.
How did you know that?
I don't know.
I'm not. That you.
You hear the sloshing kind of in one of the bowls as the woman on the left starts to kind of rotate hers. You immediately see her kind of tilt her head. Well, your blood, darling.
You know, this is one of the few fights I haven't bled, so I'm curious as to how you got my blood.
You don't need to bleed it for us to acquire.
Huh?
That's
This
how
is giving me the
we
Three
knew
Sisters
he
vibe so bad right
was
now.
kind. So points towards Rylan.
You can find that from his blood.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, I obviously don't have more than the blood I brought in with, but I can share the gift of knowledge, and then he'll just kind of produce the Ayun stone. If you need something more practical, I offer this up.
Practical that is. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check on this one. I know.
If you don't want to make the
What
rolls,
if-
don't try and do the activities, man.
What if he hands it to Rylan and then Rylan hands it to them?
Rylan's like, here you go.
He wasn't trying to
Um,
persuade. He was just
I think
giving
that's
me
what
the
we
back
try and
end, you
do.
know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to persuade. I was just talking. Fuck! Ah.
Just a flat 3. Good gosh. Trust the
Ah,
dice then.
who's
Is
the
everything's
king?
fine? But as you ask this, you can see the one on the left kind of makes a motion as if she's going to reach out for it, and then. But it is dependent on magic, darling?
Yes, you have to. I mean, I could preload it with spells if you'd like. But I imagine you're arcane talented. I just figured you can.
What is your
Stores-
best spell?
It would not be contained in this one.
That could
But
be
do you mean for offense or defense?
either.
Um,
Let me look. Takes out the book.
Just books out of the book. He's just flipping through like just dozens of pages. Well, if you need to get somewhere, I can teleport. I also have been dabbling with Force Cage because one of our enemies is extremely slippery, and the more offensive one would be Crown of Stars. Unfortunately, that is of a level that is superior to this item, but I could currently only cast one of them, but we can, if you help Nerja and they're okay with it, we can arrange.
Teleport. Could that fit?
No. And unfortunately, I don't have anything that could fit into. Also, the nature of the spell, I'm not sure if you could cast that into something. Because wouldn't it be based off of my knowledge from a technical perspective? And if they wanted to teleport somewhere, I probably have no idea where the hell they'd be going.
Oh no! It would rely on whoever, like, because whenever you put a spell into a thing, it's like whoever's activating it is casting the spell.
Okay.
So for that, you would.
I don't think there's any kind
in
of container
theory,
that can hold the seventh.
in theory, it should work. But yeah, I would say even Rylan, or not Rylan, even Valen would kind of be like, maybe. And it could work on paper. You're not entirely sure though. But you see the one with sort of the red shirt in the back, just shaking her head for a moment. Anything else?
I'm not sure that this would be of use for you. At least not directly, perhaps. But this is probably my most prized possession right now, and I would offer it up, and he'll pull out the Candle of Invocation.
Interesting. But again, mandatory for spells, perhaps?
Yes. Of a cleric, paladin, or druid.
Neither of those. None of those.
Or trade. Hey, you want some fucking melee magical nonsense? We offer up mithril magic. I'm kidding.
You can take this crazy polearm.
I myself am not.
Complete with a forgotten Eldritch Knight.
Jeez Louise.
Should be fine.
I did you see something, Joe?
I started to, then Flanny would shut up. I mean, what?
Take that, Joe.
I do not have an abundance of material wealth, but it may be a small thing, but I could. Bless is the wrong word, but I could, with some willing assistance, I would have to ask, but I could perhaps enhance the fertility of your home. I do not know if plants would be practical or merely pleasant to Joe, but I could do this. I also have much water, but it seems you have that sorted.
We are not wanting for food or water right now.
Well,
Besides
food, but
what you
pleasant plants to gaze upon. I myself like a plant, just to see, to feel.
what you see in our surroundings is temporary. This is not our home.
Oh, I have cayenne pepper.
You like it spicy? We can spice these lizards for you.
Yeah.
Jesus, are you asking
Try some?
Katrina?
No, he'll just float it with like mage hand over it.
Oh my god, I thought this was Netters. This is actually Valen.
Yeah.
Holy shit. So you're using mage hand to float some spices over to these ladies, just making sure?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
Gently, obviously, not in an aggressive
Can
fashion.
Helda roll something here to check what's in her bag, see if they like anything from there?
Oh, sure. Well, again, you need to roll the 20 to see if you pull what you want. And then if you fail that, then we get a random pull on the table.
Oh no, she's not looking for anything specific, just something valuable.
Okay.
So then you would roll to see if you pull out something valuable.
Exactly. That's the intention there.
All right, let's see, 20. It's rolling, it says. 16.
Ooh, okay. For that, I would say that you are actually able to pull something that is kind of helpful for you in this situation. So you kind of dig for a little bit. And I'll tell you 1 second once I double check something.
Get down on it.
Also, if anyone else is doing anything in this moment, feel free. I'm trying to grab the list that I have for you again.
I got a few more items that I can float.
Okay.
with the cayenne
Well, actually, that's
peppers
true.
and-
You are currently floating a spell, or not a spell, a spice at them. As it reaches, you see one of them kind of like lean in and like sniff at the air for a second, and then. What do we do with this?
Try it, put it on some meat. See if you like it.
I think you eat it.
It enhances the flavor. Taste it. Do a little taste first, just so you don't put too much on. I promise you, it's not. It's really more of a cultural exchange than a meaningful material one. Just try it out, see if you like it.
Blood, bone, and flesh does not need to taste different.
I disagree.
Kind of
right.
Motions for you to take it back, but does not seem to.
Cayenne pepper, not a hit. Okay.
It doesn't seem to like it.
I have a potion of invisibility and a scroll of tongues.
Take the potion.
What's that over?
If you like invisibility, I also have something that can help you, and she shows the shadow smoke dragon pipe.
And you didn't plan on using this?
I haven't used it since I got it, and I think it might. I mean, if you like that potion, then this would be helpful for you.
It would. We'll take that too.
Okay.
And Helda, as all this is happening, you managed to pull out what looks like a music box. It's rather small in your hand. It seems to only perhaps play one song or so, but just kind of looking at it intricately in your hand. Even though it's a music box, as you kind of like open it up to see, you know how they have those little like nodules on that like rotation that essentially plays the song. As you kind of look at like open it up, it is blank. It looks like this wouldn't play any song at all. But you do know this is magical. And as you're kind of like holding it in your hand, kind of deciphering what this is, and they are currently looking at the potion as well as the pipe. The one with the gold sash kind of looks back specifically at you. We could take that too, if you don't mind.
Would help and know what this is.
You've never seen this before.
Or other than remember seeing it. Okay. I don't know what it is, but if you want it.
Please?
Okay.
Great. And you watch as the one on the left with sort of like the crown on her head slithers closer, collecting the pipe as well as the music box. And I do believe the potion was floated over, so that they did not need to collect, but they kind of back up for a moment, just kind of reviewing all the items in front of them.
Sorry.
Tortillas! No, you're good. But after kind of reviewing them, they look back. Well, to calm your friend, this is more payment than what is due. Is there anything else you would like us to help with?
Yes. I don't know.
They're referring to which friend right now? Nurja?
Nurja, yeah.
Okay.
In terms of just calming her.
Well, if you... how good are you at fighting demons?
Not that.
Ooh.
Ailments.
My ailment is that I cannot calm down and I cannot focus. So
Your ailment is that you are dead.
I'm
What would it take
right.
for
I'm
information?
dead.
Oops, sorry.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So
You see the bowl in this particular snake's tail kind of slosh forward, and she kind of leans it forward so you can see it. Within it, you can see that there's mostly sort of darkened red blood, but there is sort of a swirl of what almost looks like oil in water. It's kind of separating from the rest of it and seems to kind of swirl on its own. It's much paler than the other bloods, but it is kind of a faint pinkish red hue. Tainted and dead.
Did you say and dead?
Yeah.
I'm having trouble hearing.
Tainted. No, you're good. Tainted and
Oh,
dead.
man.
Yeah.
So, dead meaning no soul, or dead I don't have a pulse. I guess I'm having trouble understanding what dead in this context means, because I'm moving around and...
You must maintain ownership over an item to keep you from being dead. There seems to be a certain amount of window of time where you can survive without it. But
My hypothesis was correct. I
Yeah.
called that.
Never know. Caleb.
Yeah.
This is a discovery.
And when you said
He's hyped right now. Huh, this song is so loud. I'm sorry, go ahead.
That was.
when you
Scared the shit out of
said
me.
tainted, you're referring to the demons in my head, right?
To the soul.
I apologize. I'm a little confused. So not my soul. I don't have a soul right now.
You do.
You
It's just
do.
a mathematical.
The
Okay.
item contains yours and others.
Okay.
You may have to put your soul through dialysis or something. That's right.
To go through dialysis.
Okay.
Jesus.
Okay. So you can help me with my calmness, but you can't help me with putting my soul back in my body. am I understanding you correctly?
Yes. Your body is already a corpse, so fixing that would take more time or more energy from us than we could surrender to you.
Okay.
Ryland's like lost in thought. I was like, why is she not registering on my undead? Did that make her undead? How's this work? What the fuck?
Okay. So, do you know what I would need to be alive again, or who I should speak with?
Your soul would need to be released from the weapon and returned. You'd need a powerful ritual.
Okay.
I was working on that spell, but you told me not to.
Okay. Well, all right. Other spells will take precedent, like the anti-mouth field or whatever, among some of the other
Okay.
things. Right? I mean, that's a little more important. Thank you for telling me that at the very least. So, what could you possibly help any of the souls that are in my weapon?
You're the only one with a body still.
Okay.
They work more on the physical, if I may interject, or at least that's what they're offering. I don't know the limits of their talents, but
I see. Okay. Thank you. So maybe could you help Helda and her wound?
Hold on.
What?
We need to warn them.
I have a feeling they already know.
You said warn them, right? Ryland already did. Like that was part of the like exposition piece. Is like.
Well, I mean, to the extent, if you you try to heal them.
That's why it's like, we were originally coming down here to help Helda Scar, but now we understand what's in there, and we don't think that. So can you help my drug addict friend?
Yeah, I would argue that Helda is probably off the table for now. That is too big of an ask for someone we just met.
Ryland will just kind of like clean it up and be like, if you have any other information that could assist, because we're still, as you're probably aware, figuring a lot out. Any of us really would be greatly appreciated. And perhaps if you need more payment, if there's anything you need taken care of within reason, we could assist. Most recently, we what were they called? The what lizard things?
Hizzards.
The Hizzards?
The drones?
Yes.
We dispatched the
not the
Hizzards.
drones.
And our most recent impressive kill would have been the Groot Slang.
We don't need
And now
your-
he's reading them to see if they're pissed that he killed the Groot Slang or if they're happy.
Insight check.
I mean, I'll tell you this. I wasn't gonna bring it up.
Well, Ryland feels comfortable with this
absolute
because
chill responses are killing me. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You're bringing this up because what?
I was like, Ryland's only bringing it up because they tried and they were dicks, or it was a dick. So
Yo, Flandy, what's happening tonight? I'm
You're
so
off the
proud of
team.
you.
You're absolutely
Yeah.
off the team.
get the fuck out. One good night
This is
does not
incredible.
negate the
Pack your
shit that
bags.
I've had lately.
Incredible. Okay. As you're reading over like their body language and the way they're reacting to everything you're saying, there's something about like their reactions to almost everything that makes it feel like you're saying things they already know, and it almost feels like repetition for them. Like they're listening, but they're like, okay, thanks for the stuff we already had a good idea of or had a handle on. But as you finish speaking, you hear,
Jesus, fuck, this thing's getting louder. Sorry.
I know this one song is
The
just
crescendo
like
on this
loud
one
out
is
of
just
nowhere.
like.
But we don't need protection. We can calm your friend, but with 3 treasures, 3 boons should be gifted. If you don't have a specific ailment you'd like us to handle, then leave with a blessing instead. For 2 of you.
How well are you at healing crippled limbs?
Mm.
Who has a crippled limb? I can fix this. Perhaps not this well.
She stares at Valen for a while. We could. This has been since birth, and therefore, not so much healing as correcting.
Body second.
Can be done, but it would take 2 of your 3, I suppose.
It's not that important. Somebody else has something. Thank you.
Oh no, I think that might be the play.
He's crippled?
The rest of you, Valen has always leaned on his staff a little more than for magic capabilities. He's had a limp since you've known him.
It's not important. It was just it was on the table.
Well,
Let's see what
there are
it was.
2 boons to be gifted, but no one is in need of a thing. A blessing would be most welcome, but if there is a need, it should be met.
I agree.
I think, lingering on that insight check from Ryland, he's just gonna ask, do you know anything of the markings on my face from your senses there?
I know they are beyond the levels of a regular curse. And that you have 3 ways of removing them.
Is that a boon to figure out the 3 ways?
No, because it is not a cure that we would give to you.
You just kind of see like, I don't know how well they're seeing under the mask, but like a little bit of a teary eye starting to form. Is like, and you would share this information freely?
Your kindness is why you're here. We intend to repay.
Who did you help?
Take that!
What?
That is, these are ladies I can get down with.
I found ladies who are nice. Let's go.
I feel like this encounter was called "Nice Ladies for Flandy" if he decides to investigate.
Right?
Nice ladies in general. You rolled a nat 20 on your persuasion, which means in their scanning they focused on you. So that's essentially why it is turning out the way it is, which is great. Nat 20s are great, man. We gotta love them.
They're fantastic.
But as Joe, as the 3 look over you, the one on the left, with sort of the crown, starts speaking first. The first you know, which is detonation. Something goes off, and your mark is removed. The one in the middle speaks. The third is you kill the ones who put it on you, which you need 3 more. The one on the right speaks up. The fourth is, or third.
What?
Go ahead. What's up? What happened?
We went. There's 3 options, and we went 1, 3, 4.
No, that's why I said I apologize. It's 2 and 3. I was reading as I was, you know me. I can't read
The
and
one on the
speak
right
at the
just
same
says
time.
the second. They go out of order to throw you off.
Exactly, they did. It's 1, 2, 3. Foos cannot read and speak different words at the same time, so I was reading a list of things I had and went 1, 3, 4. So I apologize. It's 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Second one said
Okay.
2. This one is currently saying 3.
Oh, I was like, what's 2 then? We'll circle back to that.
I told you I can't read good.
I can't read and speak at the same time. But the third continues. The detonation, the killing, and lastly, I don't think you'll like it, but should you succumb, join a particular goddess that has marked you. It would be removed. But if you join the other side, this melodious master, I believe, would also be removed.
What if we killed him and resurrected him?
Hmm.
I feel like I'm a sidestep away from whatever direction Valen's in. We're here on someone to be nice, and he's asking those questions.
Then
I look. I have no. He's my brother. I don't want to kill him. Let me just be frank. I'm just looking at cold hard facts.
Oh, you meant him, not I thought you were talking about torturing the melodious master. Okay.
Oh, he's on the docket too. Don't get it
Yeah,
wrong.
he's
but-
gonna die.
yeah.
Fuck, what? Talona, that's her name. I was like, what was her name?
should
Are you-
Rylan die for more than a specific amount of time, the detonation will happen.
Are you sure they don't want to hang out with Jada? He's a real nice guy. You got a church there.
Do you
The
know the origin of this detonation? Can you see that in there?
Where you were.
trees.
I'm afraid I lost those memories.
Hmm.
Is that something you might be able to restore?
Brain damage.
Most likely.
Ooh, Waylon, you get one of your legs back. I need to borrow one of the boons.
Well, he doesn't get any legs back.
I only need one leg, but also you're fine. Take it. He's fine without it.
You get
You go
a
find,
quarter of your leg back.
find the
He's
guy
out
who
here
fucked up.
denying the man the right to walk.
Rough.
We don't. I don't imagine they want to snuggle beast owlbear thing. I don't know that we have very much else to offer.
Look at this shit. Well,
Yeah, I feel
Amazing.
like we've hit the limit of bargaining rather than trying to extend this a million years by looking
Yes,
for more items. 3's a pretty standard magical number.
Yeah.
pretty good. It's pretty good.
We get 3 boons.
So Rylan's taking all of them except the one that Nerja needs, and then
Wait, what?
we're good to go.
Well, Ryan's taking 1 if he wants to deny you the right to walk again.
I can walk. It's fine.
I'm not saying that in character. You don't need to justify it.
Yeah.
This is Ryland's guilt to bear, not mine. Then we all just fight to the death for the final boon. Whoever gets the desert blessing. Or snake lady's
Ryland's
blessing. I don't
gonna
know.
check his notes with Mama Dukes to see if they made any headway or if there's any notes in there like, we figured it out, son.
She's probably just gonna respond to your dragon.
The disease thing?
Where the bomb is, like, yeah, like the
Oh,
whole.
I see what you mean. Like them kind of figuring that out. Right. Okay. So I was like, let me find
just-
out what you actually mean with
Yeah,
that.
he's
Okay,
skimming to see if there's any news of like, oh, good news, we figured out X, Y, Z, or if it's just like, yeah, we're still working on it.
You do recall that you did try to reach out to her another time during the night, and that it is an ungodly hour for her. So you're, unless something is unusual, or if the twins got her up for some reason, it's most likely that you won't hear from her immediately.
Ryland's just gonna look to Valen and over the rest of the crew and like, well, unless anybody else has any other ailments that we're not aware of right now.
Oh, I guess technically my soul is ready to split into many pieces, but I have this thing that keeps it together. I do not need help.
There was, you watched the gold scarfed woman look in your direction. I was wondering if you would ask, darling. You are
I mostly
shy.
forgotten.
You can go without the item.
Oh,
Does
It
that mean you can
just
have back?
means you could. You would just be a beacon of sorts. Those
Oh,
hungry.
no.
ah. I have met one, perhaps 2 such as these. In any case, to be a beacon to those who, but in general, is dangerous. I think I would keep this on. Thank you.
It could be a cure for your items. One potential memory fix, one calm, and one stable.
Sounds good to me.
But you could walk freely again. I have a feeling this is your issue is much more
No, absolutely not.
uniquely resolved.
I promised you we would see this through. Also, I can control magic. Walking is mundane, and we only do it because we have to. I could fly if I wanted to. We're fine.
We have walked this whole way.
Yeah, I've been doing this my whole life. This is not a problem. And if all goes to plan, I'll eventually be able to fix it. That all being said, the answer is obvious. You need to, all of you need to get your,
But
you need to not be beacon.
I don't know that we would ever have the means to fix your leg. It sounds like they might.
I'm pretty sure Kidoso, given a certain amount of time, could. Second, the spell I was going to get from your family would do so as well, as I would give to Kirugu at some point.
The only immediate way I know of fixing it is not pleasant. But in any case, at the very least, we should heal Lepcha. If you do not want to insist upon your leg, then we can restore a memory to Ryland, and then whatever third thing would justify this payment.
Luja, Ryland, and I'd imagine yourself. Just to...
What? Oh, were you saying you could make me not a beacon?
What? Yeah, I thought you were talking to him.
No,
okay.
no, that was going back to them. I missed it because I immediately was like, yeah, this isn't a problem, and I moved on.
They suggested that they could stabilize your soul as well.
Oh, I mean, as long as the necklace does it, like I'm not super concerned. I don't know what other better thing we would get, but
if we find another Kirby lizard again that sucks that goddamn thing off your neck, then we're gonna be ass deep in bad guys. Get that thing fixed.
Another Kirby lizard.
All right, I mean that's fine.
Oh my gosh!
I'm just saying, you're tabling a snake lady blessing, and who knows what that is?
We'll find out again when
You
Kind
can smell
Boy
stuff
comes
with your
back.
tongue, maybe, Netters.
So I can make even
Well,
worse perception checks. No, I'm good.
While those two
Oh
are
my
bickering,
God.
Rylan would just kind of, just curious, what would your boon entail?
A glimpse into the future. A chance to change what is viewed as failure.
All your hits be crits.
All your hits be crits.
Would that be just meta question here? Would that be like a story?
You
thing,
don't
or
know anything in terms of meta
Okay.
information at this moment. I will tell you once I have the capability of, but right now you do not know.
Rylan will kind of, with that, like, is this Melodious Master a threat to you then? Seems like he's very interested in that sort of ability and seems to be able to possess it himself. Maybe absorbed through a creature that he's might have slain in the past, but
Can't yet. We plan on staying far.
That's good.
none of your names start with K, dude. I'm kidding.
What's your names, real quick? Just go down one by one.
I just need the first letter, if you don't mind. K, yes, no. K, no.
Amazing.
I'll just kind of pause there and hang for a moment. It's like, hopefully we don't. Oh, he's like just deep in thought. He keeps trying to like start a sentence and then like pausing, and he's like, I don't know what this Melodious Master is capable of. We intend to stop him, but would this boon be able to help us with that?
Could. It would be something that you decide when you use.
Ryla just looks at the crew. He's paralyzed with like he can't make the in his
I
mind he
mean,
can't make the selfish
we
decision.
can
So
only
he's just
talk
like,
this-
I don't know what to choose.
We can only talk this in circles for so long. It sounds like we have decided on Nerja and Ryland getting your assistance. I personally would be fine if we wanted to get this boon instead of doing anything for me. I have this trinket. If you think it is safer to have no chance of a beacon, then that is also safe as a choice.
I'd say to make sure that you're stable. If I could have the option to be stable, I would take that.
There's also
Can
the
I ask-
possibility that magic could be dampened, and you.
I will be fine. If the magic is dampened, I will become a beacon. But if the magic is dampened, perhaps it will also dim this beacon. But I will not split into many entities, it sounds like.
Can I ask you if I ask you what you see in my blood, would it cost one of the boons?
You can ask what is in it.
There is iron, and there is platelets, there is
White blood
hemoglobin.
count is very low.
What she sees, my friend. That's
You're
what
eating too much meat. I need you to bring your cholesterol level down. It's getting real bad. No. But the one with the yellow scarf kind of stares kind of intensely for a bit. You are almost pieces. You are someone you don't remember, but those things still affect what you are now. You have people you should miss but don't know. People should miss you and don't know. You're a lot of things. And almost nothing at the same time.
Aren't we all?
Not in such specific terms.
Well, thank you. She looks a little bit despondent now. She was hoping for something more.
We are taking up a lot of these ladies' times. We need to commit to a answer. Noja, obviously, that is written in stone. I don't think Rylan has the ability to declare something for his own, so I'm going to do it for him. So the third one comes down to you two. Or Boone.
I think I am not in immediate danger of splitting, and a boon may help us in the future. I also see why making a beacon not an option is a good thing. But I'm not to think of myself first. There is a greater threat to be considered.
One vote for Boone. What say you?
Who's you?
Yeah, I was going to say you should probably clarify that.
Who's you?
Who's you?
Who is
Help.
you?
It's Helda.
You.
Also, what's up with Kevin? What's his blood showing over there? Tell us all about it. That guy.
Shh, you're too long. These ladies are going to eat us.
They are happily chowing down on his or bodies as you guys are deliberating. They do not seem
Oh,
upset.
nice.
I mean,
Oh.
he's still got a point. We've circled so much that Nenner's just repeated that we've been circling too much speech I gave a few minutes ago.
Helda,
Are we circling too much?
again, what say you?
Oh, I'm not you, but I do know it. I'm sorry. Okay. Honestly, I would like the amulet back.
That-
So.
What?
I mean, if anything, the amulet's probably going to Nenner's.
That's a
She
holy
doesn't
relic of-
understand that. That's not how she's
That is a
thinking.
holy relic of my goddess.
Either way, it's a
I'll-
vote for Beacon.
I'll see you compensated with the stolen money I have at the piggy bank. But outside of that,
It sounds like a vote for Beacon either way.
all right.
Let's go over the beacon, yeah.
Beacon. Wait, for you to get cured of the beacon.
Well, Beacon or Boone?
Okay.
Keep up.
Interview.
So that's 1 and 1. All right. We need a tiebreaker. Nersha, if you don't mind, could you break this tie?
I don't know.
Let's find that out.
I don't understand this. And she's just frustrated and tired, and she doesn't have drugs, so
Okay.
she's.
Can we flip a coin? Have somebody flip
Active
a
said
roll
Beacon.
D2.
If,
Beacon it
if
is.
you and Ryland are removing yourself and energy is uncertain, then it is my beacon to be cured, and I will say a boon will help everyone.
Take the boon.
All right, Boone. Sure. Boone.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Helda, I will get you something equally shiny at some point.
I'll hold you to that.
It's gonna be the other half of the amulet.
BFFs.
You found it. You see the woman with the red shirt kind of move her bowl forward, sloshing it before you. And you watch as before the sort of like medley of different reds that were in there and kind of swirling together clears up to something that looks almost like a purplish red. It just changes all of the color that was in that bowl. And she just sort of extends it forward. And have a sip, my dear.
There are three
Which
people
deer is
getting
this?
curious.
Yeah, which deer?
She's looking at Nirja first.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's a. Okay.
We didn't clarify. Never mind. Damn it.
Good luck.
So,
Is this just fixing this one-time temporary fix, or is this like a permanent?
We'll find
fix?
out.
We
Drink
didn't really specify the
Drink
charities
it in
this
blood.
agreement.
Drink it. Drink it. Drink it
We
in
offer you
blood.
one high.
yeah. So she just exactly one high. No. So she's gonna walk over and just present herself in that way.
Drink?
So she's gonna smell it first. So
It's hot, and it smells thick with iron, much like blood.
What's in it?
Blood.
Don't know.
no. So how long will this last for?
It is to calm you for as
Yeah.
long as you are needing.
I kind of need it almost all the time right now, which is unfortunate. I'm using.
Drink, darling.
Okay, right.
It is like nearly like scalding soup initially. There's almost that like, oh god, I should not have let this touch my tongue initially, but it like quickly fades into something soothing, almost like you're taking a sip of like just nice cozy like a hot broth, like a soup almost.
Okay.
And the discomfort lasts about a blink of an eye before instead you feel relieved. And strangely enough, you feel full, as if you had just eaten quite this fucking soup gifts going ham right now. But you not only feel full as if you had just eaten recently, but you do feel your regular sort of centered Nirja personality working its way through again. The effects of the Constitution saving throw that you failed having disappeared with this brief sip of blood. And you see her just kind of looking down to
more than
look
a
at your
sip.
eyes. She would only let you have a sip. As you
Okay,
get
good.
closer, you recognize that this bowl seems to be attached to the tail. It cannot be detached by any means, and in doing so, kind of controlled how much you drank.
Oh, it is attached. So she's like, sorry.
Actually, the closer that you get to it as well, not only is it attached to the end of the tail, but you're noticing that what it's attached to vaguely resembles a snake's face. Almost like the end of the tail is a head, as well as the rest of the body sort of attached to it. But it pulls back away from you.
And she kind of pulls back like, yeah. I feel a little more balanced. Oh. Okay. Hopefully this will last for a very long time. Thank you.
Your king is panicked.
I haven't been able to talk to him. Do you know what he's panicked about?
Many things?
Okay.
You have much to discuss.
Yes, I do.
But you are calm.
Okay, thank you.
Get the fuck out. I'm kidding.
Yeah, could you get out of my doctor's seat? I need to move the next patient in. But you see the same woman kind of twist the bowl a little bit more, and rather than that sort of like purplish red that it turned, it seems to almost move in the opposite direction of sort of like a cooler colored red, or a warmer colored red, excuse me, almost orangey red in some ways, but looks at Ryland. I will warn you that this is a chance. What is tied to this is also tied to your curse. Should we be Should we be reckless? Detonation is possible. I will stop it if anything comes close, but it is a possibility.
Are you certain you can stop it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have a sip.
He's gonna give Valen a look. And then take a nice big old gulp.
The nice sip, much like Nirja, it is hot, nearly enough to make you recoil. But as you take the sip, you feel very much the effects that Nirja felt, where it feels like you just had a nice warm meal and you are well rested. You're not under the effects of a long rest or anything, but it does just feel like you're rejuvenated in every aspect of it. And as this is happening, Ryland, give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Don't fuck this up.
Does not like it.
Yeah, that'll do.
Ooh, okay, very nice. Very nice.
Is that enough?
Seems to be. As you drink from this, the heat of the drink hits you first, and then the calming nature of it hits you second. And then third, what hits you is what seems to be almost a flash and a rush of memories. You weren't by yourself on that day. There was another furball. You're kind of catching glimpses of the other face. And then there's another face, another furball that was with you. You're starting to recognize it as a very scrawny, diseased furball you did not meet too long ago, but did not seem to recognize you at all. The second face, the one that you initially saw, you don't remember at all. Even now, you see the face, but you don't know who that is. Blue fur, green hair. Seems to be a man, likely, but a little bit older than you. And the three of you are in a particular part of your lovely forest home, but you recognize that it's further away than where your current location is. It's still within that forest. That forest is huge, the one that surrounds the Star Mountain, but it looks like it's where ages and ages and ages ago, the Missouri tribe moved from one location to another. It was the old location, where remnants of the culture remained, but was mostly gone. Something happened there. And it feels like the three of you are kind of discovering something when the memory starts to fade from you again. And as it does, you are immediately greeted by the woman's face kind of leering in, almost watching each expression you make as these memories flood back in. You all right?
I don't remember that.
Now you do.
I don't know. Who was that? And why there? Let me roll you a wisdom check real quick to see if he's gonna hug or not, because he might be hugging a snake. I'm gonna say.
Joe.
I'm gonna set the DC at 10. If he rolls a 10 or higher, he won't hug. If it's less than a 10, he's just gonna full blown hug.
Sure.
He just, as he like snaps out of it, he just instinctually like reaches out and hugs and says, "Thank you."
There's kind of like a pause, and you guys all watch the blood like slosh a little from the impact of not that you like hit her hard, but just not expecting it. Sloshes for a second, and then you watch as one hand kind of curls around and like gently touches your back.
Are we hugging now?
You may detach now.
Sorry, that was. It's gonna collect yourself a little bit. Like, thank you.
It is the language of your people. I understand. Who will get the boon?
So no hugs?
No.
Ryland's thinking either Caruso, Valen, or maybe Ryland. But he's leaning more towards Valen. But just kind of looking like the Spider-Man meme.
I'd say Caruso or Helda.
All I know is I've got a history with boons around here, so.
He does. That he
I lean
does.
towards Nerja or Valen, honestly.
Mine was already settled.
Well, I could potentially be mishandled by Talana and her goons. You could potentially be called upon by the kings.
As a whole
the
team,
queen?
just do me a favor and everyone roll a persuasion check.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt you, Flandy.
You're fine.
Oh, I didn't mean. I fuck.
It didn't matter.
The same one.
And there's also a roll to
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where you at?
And Flandy, we still need yours.
I was like,
Okay.
ooh, good
If you
roll.
ever need a sub 5 persuasion, I got you. All day.
Foozzy, I have a feature here that I'm wondering if I can use this in this situation.
If you fail a persuasion check, you can use to re-roll.
I don't know if this is a fail situation, but I mean,
Mhm.
if you did.
Oh my god, that's why you have the fucking draconic. Jesus Christ, why didn't we see this before?
We had fun planning Helden Enders. It was a good time. Yes, I
I was
will
like,
let
how
you
can I introduce
re-roll.
the Soul Skew Dragon into my group without them knowing? Let's put it right under their
We saw
nose.
some
No, it
breeze
was-
fire, I'm pretty sure. We knew about this.
Yeah, you did. It was also genuinely just like Helda needs a reason to hang out with you guys other than like shiny things are cool because it's like you might die tomorrow, so you need a reason to be here. Yeah, you can absolutely reroll if you would like. You did get a good number. But you
No,
can.
that's what I'm asking. Is that good? Or yeah.
It's good.
15 out of 20 is pretty good.
It is good.
mean,
Hold on.
On
it's
the
happened
die,
to
rolled the
to
highest
his,
of anybody.
I'm just checking, just double checking. If you fail, you can use your reaction to reroll the check. Okay, so it's re-rolling it, which means you would have to take the new one. So this is you.
So I'm asking, like,
gambling.
that's what it says. If you fail, that's the part that I'm wondering about here.
Your team failed, but if you get a high enough number, you could actually succeed as a team. So it's up to you whether you want to chance it. I mean, you lose it or not, essentially.
If we failed, that means we only failed by at most 5.
Yeah,
so
you did not fail
we do
by a
have
lot.
a Ninder's D4 somewhere that I believe Atkins gave you. So
I have a Nennet? I have a D4 this whole time?
You do.
does?
Yeah.
Oh
Yes.
shit. I'll throw
They're
a 1 on it
not
if
Oh
you
yeah, I
want.
did see
don't
that
mind.
one.
I'll make it main ones.
Nenders.
Yeah,
Hey,
right
crack
there.
nerd. I'll roll a 1 for you, buddy. Here we go. Hold
Also,
on.
this whole freaking portion of the episode, like my brain keeps thinking of my snaky boy.
You've been doing like you said that, and I immediately realized I have done 0 timestamps.
I've doubled my score.
I've been doing some.
I rolled
Thank
a
you,
3 on
Joe.
my D20 and a 3 on my D4.
There you go.
Okay. Helda, that
That's
does mean that you would just need to roll 1 higher than what you currently have.
Oh
So
my
you're
goodness.
you're
only need to
banking on
roll a
rolling
16 on the die.
16, 17, 18, 19, or 20 will make
Okay.
you pass.
That is a
I-
20% chance,
I-
BT dubs.
I will roll it. Just
Be fucked.
And before you do, clearly I have advantage as a desert denizen, right? So I don't roll it. The 2 people with 10 and 11 rolled single-digit numbers.
I know.
It
We
did.
both rolled
Yeah.
shit.
Insane.
Yeah,
I
rough.
thought we
I'm
had
gonna-
this.
all right. I'm gonna roll it. See if the dragon is with me. And that sounds like some kind of fucking kung
Actually,
fu.
wait a minute.
The dragon
Does,
is with me.
Fucking what's his name have something like that? Let me see if Zalzir has something like that.
Okay. Waiting.
I don't think Zalzir. Don't think so, but I could be wrong. It's been a minute since I've looked at him. Netters just never see the gifts I give him. That's Netters.
Target you, contact. Slot upgrade, winged
Sorry,
egg,
Akna, thank you.
Distraction. Okay, no, I don't think he does.
Yeah, I
All right.
don't think so.
He does
All
have
right.
a level of persuasion as well. Can he persuade? What about Kevin? Kevin didn't try to
Will you
persuade.
stop? Roll it before he gets us kicked out of this place. Jesus Christ.
Do they have a swim speed? I can talk directly to swim.
Oh, let's go!
Yes!
Holy
Hey,
Look, yes!
You and me
The
now.
old
my
presence of
You
the
gotta
dragon.
unwind about it. And you gotta just accept your fate, and you gotta roll.
fucking
Granted, I could fail anyway, so my advice: grain of salt.
incredible. Wow. All right. What a
And
fucking.
now I don't have it.
No, you're
No,
good.
you don't
What
need
a,
it again.
what a fucking amazing. Okay. As you are all kind of deliberating who would more or less get the boon, you see the women kind of look between each other. This is if speaking silently before the one in the red looks back at the group. Just to be clear, whoever you decide will need a sort of mental fortitude. The stronger that is, the better the boon.
Well, if that means an intelligence score, that's one person. If it means a wisdom score, that's a different person.
one of us is psionically trained, kind of, and has the gift. And hopefully he also has Intellect Fortress prepared.
Prepared? Hold on.
No. Remember, it's not one of it.
Valen is looking through his spell book again. Give me a second.
I don't know. Intellect is probably intelligence.
No, I swapped Beacon of Hope for Intellect Fortress, so...
We don't need hope, we need intellect.
we don't need hope!
I would say those is okay. Other than Valen, is anyone else trained in Arcana? I think that's no one, right?
No.
That's just me.
Rylan is through proxy.
No,
I
you
walk
are
a
not.
lonely road.
Valen, hit me with an Arcana.
All right. Can I get advantage because I'm fresh off my
No.
successful hypothesis?
No,
I mean, that was a pretty good hypothesis. So.
it's not bad, but unfortunately, it will
All
not
right,
help.
all right.
Okay. If this is a boon of some kind, and just seeing how they seem to operate, it feels like none of this makes sense. If there's another head at the end of their tail, they can like sense blood without it bleeding. There's so many just fucking bizarre things here, and I think this is why it hits Valen the quickest. Nothing makes sense about this. It's certainly not logic. Probably not in reference to intellect.
Could also, this is probably better for you.
If you say so.
You have a more intuitive understanding of things that don't make sense. So, if you don't mind.
Everything makes sense if you just step back and let it.
What?
We'll
That's
agree to
a horrible
disagree.
mantra.
We have. I value your outlook and approach to the world.
I will give like a little tiny, like 1/8 bow, just like shoulders bow, and then turn to the snake women. Like, all right, boon me. I'm not gonna say that, but
Boon me.
but I will just turn and wait patiently for whatever they're gonna do.
I like it's like if the arms come out and you're like, hit me, lady. But you see them look over you. The one in red kind of offering the bowl. This time it turning into almost a metallic color. It's still red, but it's much shinier than it was before. Take a
I
sip.
will imbibe.
Embrace. As this happens, okay, so for this, there are levels of success. You will have a boon no matter what. Your wisdom saving throw is what is going to come into play here. If you get a 0 through 14, or 1 through 14, I guess, you will still have a boon. It'll be a specific thing. If you get a 15 through a 25, that will be another boon. If you get above a 25, that is the most powerful boon you can get. So please roll me your wisdom saving throw.
Is he in Ryland's aura?
No.
I didn't get dragged. I'm 5 feet behind him.
You're walking up to these ladies to drink.
Oh,
Unless
that's fair.
Ryland is following you up, which you did just drink, so I don't know.
Yeah, I imagine he's still there, like look.
You want to make it a D20 roll? I don't know whether I'm in his aura.
I'll have Flandy roll the luck roll. So give me a d20 to see if you
You
backed
got
off
it.
enough.
You got it.
Lucky.
You're gonna crit. No big deal.
It's fine. You got this. Did you click it? Oh, okay.
Oh.
You had to be above a 10. You pass. So you do have
Alright.
the +6 from Ryland's aura.
I mean, the numbers were possible. They are now
Mhm.
better.
Mhm.
Let us
Those numbers
see.
were possible.
Okay,
I
so you're
rolled a
within
5. Jesus. I'm good at
It
shit.
was. You are. It was a natural 5, but with the aura and such, that brings you to 22, which is within the middle boon, essentially. As you drink this,
Got a D4, do they?
No, I
I
think
don't
we're
think
out.
so. I think you're fresh out of D4s,
Yeah.
as far as I know.
'Cause, And I don't think we have any D20s lying around either.
Well, I have
think
one. I
so.
actually have my birthday one.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't
if you
think we
wanna
have
waste it
any
on a thing that needs a +3.
Non-expendable D20s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what you meant. Got it.
Yeah. they're trying to get rid of the riffraff. You know? It's like, please get rid of this shit. As you drink from it, where the others felt heat, you instead feel ice. It's cold, but it's cooling and comforting in some way. You, much like they, feel empowered. And Keto Soy? I know it's Keto Soy. It just looks like an eye at the end. I was like, did he call you Keto Soy? Because that's amazing. You can add your D4 if you would like to. If you
I
want to
mean, the cruelty here is I think I need a 3.
You do. You
Yeah.
need a 3 or 4. You have a
Yeah.
50% shot.
Boom,
Thank
baby.
Boom, baby.
Boon me.
Baby.
Boon me. And this is where Foos is almost full of regret. I'm not, because this is very cool. But
Sounds
No, I
very
thought you
cool
were-
and refreshing. Icy.
this can also be a mess, which is going to be fun.
I'll make it a mess
With
for you.
this, with this sip that you take and the cooling feeling, there's a kind of like strange amount of like clarity that kind of comes over you for a second. And Ryland, since you're close enough with that luck roll to be kind of close to him, you watch this for a second. His eyes kind of wash over with the silvery hue that was in that bowl of blood, and then kind of clears up to Kudoso's eyes again. There's a strange, almost like after image effect with your vision at the moment. Everything you're looking at, it feels like things are kind of happening, like cascading almost. You're seeing the action happen again and again, but it's kind of faded. It's almost hard to focus, and then it just kind of seems to solidify. You get that for a very small moment, a little pocket in time, about 30 seconds, you can redo something at your command.
Huh.
That's sick.
Yeah.
You see her staring at you. Very good.
This is an incredible gift. I will try
We'll
to
be back
use it
tomorrow.
well.
That's why we were killed.
What?
Her people were hunted, remember?
No. But like, I remember that. I'm so sorry.
It was said, but it bears repeating, that we will not repay kindness with cruelty.
We'll make sure you never find us again.
Oh,
Good luck.
okay.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
I'm
How
gonna
come
bound my
everybody
happy
leaves
ass out of this
schools and, like,
cave. That was a
yeah.
dismissal.
Yeah.
I could get the fuck out now. As on your way out, since you two are closest, give me insight checks as you are leaving.
Myself and Ryland?
Yes, please. Oh, there's a fucking okay. I was. Oh, okay. Oh my god, both of you. I didn't see the first one. I was like, holy shit. Ryland, you kind of get that. Actually, the two of you, more or less. Kiyoso will get a tiny bit more, but the two of you are just recognizing that in not wanting to see you again, it's not because the interaction was poor or because that they seem to kind of like hate you or anything like that. But Kiyoso, you are absolutely understanding the idea that they trust you, they don't trust your environment. They don't trust that someone will rifle through your shit and figure something out, whether that's you in a torture chamber or some mind nonsense. They simply do not trust. So you
That's
also
what
trust
Rylan was
that they
trying to
fully
get
mean
at.
that. Mhm.
Yeah. That's what Rylan was trying to get at without like just saying it outright earlier. It was like, you
Mhm.
have our secrecy. Unless someone steals it from our brains.
That's why she was like, nah. Your words mean nothing, sir. So they watch as you back up with your boons and your clarity of mind in both cases. But the preventers, you are free to leave.
Was Clemethy a Timothy Kimani specific thing, or was that like this general area?
It's the general area because it is kind of the language of this space, this area. So
Rylan believed with a Clemethy.
you see them kind of like tilt their heads for a second. Of the Kamanes.
Of the Kimanis, what they said? Are they asking, or was their like response?
They're kind of clarifying almost.
Oh, I don't know if Rylan's smart enough to know what that means.
All right.
You
Do
probably
any of
don't.
us know what that means?
I believe it to just be a general form of thanks in the area, but yes, of Kamane.
Could you stop offending our hosts?
I'm gonna go now. Yeah, all right. You guys are all able to head out. We won't go through the fuss of you guys getting back up. You have enough tools, whether that is your ropes, your spells, or whatever it might be, to kind of climb your way. Stairs, yeah, your way up there. It is not a problem. But I think this is a good time for us to take our first break. So as you guys are leaving, these ladies are gonna take a 10-minute break. So it is 11:15. Let's be back at 11:25, and we'll continue on from here.
Shout out to fucking Flandy for not disappointing women and
There were just
Live.
so many
He's
lahihis.
alive.
Hello, we're back. Our lovely Vogly is taking the rest of the night off. She's not feeling great, but we love her. So hopefully she can rest and feel better. She's in chat, so hello, girl. How you doing? We love you. Rest up, feel better. And we're gonna continue onward. And I think I saw Ava saying something. Was one of my guest characters related to them? Yeah, they're awesome. Those are the Savage Daughters. They have a lot of mythology behind them. And they were inspired by a South African tale that I heard. So I was like, this is cool. I'm going to change it and make it my thing.
I was going to say, it definitely reminded me of what's the Greek version of it? The Three Sisters, whatever?
The Fates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except the Savage Daughters were a whole civilization. They're down to whatever's left, essentially. So, but yeah, like their interactions with each other and with you guys.
I only know the Greek stuff, so that's why I don't have it. Yeah,
also, it was racist. They weren't savage at all. They were very nice.
They were, yeah, it is. That's their name is because of that. Well, I mean, they're also very intense. They could be savage, you know. I mean, they were literally just
they don't like cayenne pepper.
They did not. No. Nope, they did not. That was so
For that
amazing.
reason, Avengers is out.
Genuinely couldn't tell whether you meant that in character or not. And then when you were like, no, this is Valen being like, you need some spices. They're just eating the still warm bodies. They don't care. Like, they're just trying to munch. But anyway, a boon was gifted and 2 ailments were addressed. But the preventers have made their way out of the caves and are on their way away from basically this whole like cliffside situation. You had to continue through it to continue your journey. And as mentioned, you're about 2 hours away from your last stop, as well as your last meeting with Lahiri, before your meeting.
We both did it. I didn't make the noise. I just did
The mid-sentence is why it caught me, because I was like trying to focus. What I was focusing on was me trying desperately not to read what I was say what I was reading out loud, and I managed to do it. So when you said that, I was like, ah. No, it's okay. It was a traffic jam in my brain, but I didn't say it.
You made it, Foos. You made it.
Good for me. We made it. We made it.
Hey, look,
yes,
I made it.
You guys are back to your travel. You know, the funny thing is, this whole thing was a minor encounter because of the hazards, and then the potential to run into those or interact with those ladies was up to you guys as well. Joe, I love that gift so much. Not during sweeps week. It's losing it. Okay. I love that movie so much. Anyway, you guys are back on the trail. You have about 2 hours of travel before you make your final stop and final rest. So you guys are traveling again. It is late, but it is thankfully calm as you are going about. If there's anything you wanted to discuss or do on the way to your last location, you can do so now, of course.
I think we discussed quite a bit prior to, so.
Yeah, just walking. Not a problem. So you guys are able to, okay.
It's just the shawarma shop. Like everyone's quiet, tired, beat up, just walking.
Yeah, just walking right now. This is a lot. And the timing of like your walks and the night and the mornings are always kind of overlapping to the point where the sun has risen for about an hour or so. It's not too hot yet, but it is starting to kind of warm up a little bit. And you do recognize that where you are in the sort of landscapes of the desert, you were near those sort of rocky mountains when you encountered the women as well as the hazards. But you're now towards another sort of rock formation that looks kind of dark from a distance. But you're noticing that closer that you're getting, even though you are still quite a ways away, it looks like it's getting lighter almost as you are closing in on it. And Lahiri's meeting spot that she marked on your map is kind of towards the entrance of where the sort of cliff walls start kind of curling around the dunes of this space. But you are very close to the location in which she will meet you, and you are on your way.
I did want to say that Rylan will, as we're walking, even if it slows down the group for a little bit, like he's gonna be writing down in excruciating detail everything that he remembered from the recall the memory, if
Revelation.
you will.
Yeah.
Just kind of explain, like, I was able to get this memory back. I think it might have something to do with the location of the whatever it is. Yada yada blah blah blah.
Just to confirm, you broke scrying after I got it, right? So that's not going to work.
It's not broken. It just someone's probably going to listen in on what's happening. That is, it's not broken.
If
just
I was
not
watching
chiving
that
anymore.
is
Yeah.
Okay.
you wiretapped.
Ryland, if you want, it will alert the great enemy, but we can scry on your foes, and if needed, drop in on them directly.
Oh, my foes?
Foes, enemies.
What?
Those
Which
who marked
foes are
your
you-
face, brother.
Oh,
Is that not the memory you retained?
no, actually.
Oh.
I assumed we would have talked about it on the way out. Sorry. Bill just kind of explained, like, no, the memory I had was, I don't know if it's where it's located, but there was definitely something tied to our previous location, which I don't know why we would have gone there, but it was me, the ill Furbolg we met recently, and a third that I don't know that I know.
It's alarming. Okay.
But as far as the other three, all I know about that is what I learned from. Who did I learn that from?
Yuriana, I believe.
Was it Yuriana?
I believe it was Valen having a divine, not intervention. Who you had a communion with her, I think, of some kind, way back when, and she was the one who kind of revealed bits and pieces of each.
We had the shadow, the
Silhouettes.
allegory shadows. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right, because it was through Valen, it wasn't through Ryland, right?
Yeah, Rylan had no confirmation.
Yeah, that stuff. Who's meowing? Is that Nubbies?
Are you done yelling at your father?
Never.
Nubs, would you like a treat?
Might be done. Hi, buddy.
Uncle Flandy
you
got you,
doing?
don't worry.
Uncle Flandy got you.
I mean, technically, he's already owed one.
I did give him one, but it was off screen. Hi,
count.
buddy. I know. It was during the break. Okay, he's dicking around with his paper bag that we got right now, so don't bother with it. But as you guys are kind of having this conversation, the sun has been up for a bit, as mentioned, but not too hot yet. But in the distance, along the sort of cliffside, you watch as a sort of flare of fire seems to appear. And as it does, then disappears, you recognize the familiar visage of the succubus you planned on meeting. She kind of stands in the distance, just waiting for you guys to close in.
Remember, Ryland, anytime.
Anytime?
Anytime.
Oh, yes. Well, I don't know the rest of them, but I don't know that would be an issue if what's his name spies on him.
No, I think you were on a different wavelength.
Oh. Anytime what? I can't see what you're doing. Hold on.
He's pantomiming like stabbed, like.
Are we stabbing?
Anytime she could stab us in the back. Remember?
Oh. I don't know that they want her on their team.
Besides, she's in front of us.
Where's Brophy when I need a drink?
Oh, did you need water?
Only a song away.
No, not water, sir. Stronger variety. Anyway, yes, let's meet our ally.
Interesting choice of words there, sir.
Strained choice of words there. As you close in, you see her just kind of fiery hair and horns. She just grins. So, you made it in one piece, more or less? Everyone looks okay?
Surprisingly more whole than we were when we left.
All good news. So,
Yeah, we learned some things though.
Swift fucking gith elbow to his hip, because I imagine that's as high as my elbow goes. Probably meeting with woods. Like,
Oh,
but,
are you okay?
yeah.
Did you trip? See, I told you we should have got those legs fixed.
I did you get away good. He's in too much pain right now. But yes.
You can always roll an attack roll to see if you hit.
Yes, we're fine. Thank you.
Your secret is safe with us, but I will immediately allude to you in front of a second who may or may not be on our team.
loaded words, it seems. But you are here, and that's all that really matters right now. I imagine you'll be taking your break and then preparing as soon as you're done?
That's the plan.
Good. Okay, so I didn't get past it, but the way in is, and you see her kind of motion towards, a little bit more towards the stones and the mountainous sides. There is an opening there. It starts narrow at first, but opens up to a very large, open-ish space. It was there that he shot me full of arrows and I left. As quick as I could, at least. It is there that I will try to be sneaking in. So I will likely be behind you initially and try to sneak past once you have engaged.
Is the mountain reinforced by magic or anything like that?
I don't know if I can answer that correctly. What I do know, however, is that what I was going to warn you about as well, things are going to get strange in that space. Things don't work well or perfectly all the time. It doesn't seem to bother him that much, or if it does, I was too busy trying to get out that I didn't really notice.
Are we talking about magic not working or like physics not working?
Like your mind not working. There are things you might see or feel that may or may not be there.
Pencils
It's
in
happened to
into
me, at least.
torches. Yep, got it.
Why do I feel like this is just outside the realm of what my damn aura could protect?
Kuroso,
Why do I feel useless? It's all good.
you and me, how far? I mean, we could just mold Earth our way in from another entrance, right?
How much time are you willing to spend?
Two of us in
Also-
tandem. That should go pretty quick, right?
Just gonna stamp on the sand. This is not great for tunneling.
We're going through the mountain, though, right?
Well, that is not great for molding earth. Now, I do have more powerful magics to traverse through stone.
So we're walking. I just don't like the idea of walking through a ravine in which a archer with annoyingly accurate arrows is going to be firing in on us.
Can you explain more what you felt happened with the
Arrows,
weird?
probably.
It's bizarre. I sometimes felt like I was something I wasn't. It felt like it was just attempting to confuse me, or it just... It's hard to tell what was real and what wasn't.
Does this?
Besides the sting of his arrows, that is.
I imagine the DC would be incredibly high if even, but does this ring anything on Ryland's bell of like bullshit aura nonsense?
My sister's eyebrows went into the fucking
Yeah.
stratosphere. There's no way.
I'm trying to find if there's any way you can
It almost hit her hairline. There's no fucking
Pull
way.
this together. I don't. Unfortunately, I can't think of
Okay.
anything you
That's
could
all right.
grasp on to
That's
make
totally
sense of it.
fair. I just,
Your
yeah.
population,
Yeah.
you.
No, I was giving you a shot. You know, I was trying to see if you could.
Helda,
Okay.
I have a couple of questions for you.
Yes.
I've heard people of phenomenal athleticism have the ability to catch arrows. Do you?
Yes.
How many could you catch in one go? He shoots a lot.
How many could you catch in one go?
Brandon starts shooting arrows at you.
You can read your ability, but it's one.
Well, not too many, I don't think. If you shoot me with 3 at the same time, I think I can only catch 1.
Okay. How do you feel about giant hamster balls?
I'm going to need more information.
So, if we're going to get fired on one angle, my thought was maybe I just put you in a giant hamster ball and we just push you on the way out. Now, not many people will probably fall and just end up, spinning around, but you're athletic enough that you might actually be able to keep up. So I was thinking if we get Ryland or someone else up there just pushing you like Nurja, and it'll just, any of his arrows aren't going to actually get in, so it's just going to be bouncing off while we roll you out. I'll drop the spell and you can start, roundhouse kicking him to your delight once we get to the other side. But that might be a way of running this blockade.
I'm not sure if that would work.
Oh, it'll work. I'm just worried if you're okay.
I don't know if I feel comfortable with that.
Okay. I could teleport us in, but that blows an enormous amount of my power. And if reality's wonky, I'm not sure where we're all going to end up.
I have an idea.
Do you want to go in the hamster ball?
No, I was thinking a little assistance, and he taps his my leaky symbol.
What? How about this? I'll put myself in the ball and you guys push me through. That's a foolproof plan because I can't drop the spell since I'm still in it.
That's
You with your bad leg?
Did you need anything
They
else
were, like,
specific? Because we can do this without taking him short time. Just addressing the hero who's been, I guess, listening.
She's been making faces the whole time.
I think at that point you were like, what do you think of the hamster ball idea?
I think what your priority should be is to distract and then get out. I have to remind you that the intention here isn't to kill him. The intention is to get whatever the fuck is going on behind him. So we would probably need everyone to survive. So whatever that means.
Probably.
Just just do your best to give me time. Be as loud as you can, but probably be as safe as you can.
So that's a no on the hamster ball.
Sure, I guess. And you
Hamster
just have to.
ball.
What's your escape plan if you make it past?
She's going to tell you that already.
Hopefully, he doesn't see me going in. But I can get out if needed, as long as whatever happens isn't. I will be at mercy of the environment as well, which is where whatever was happening to me last time. So there is a chance that I might get caught, but I'm doing my best to make sure that that's not the case. If I should be able to get in, I should be able to get out, no problem.
I want to be clear. We're going for the kill, if possible.
I'm pretty sure I made it clear that that's a bad idea. That's not what we're here for.
That's not what you're here for. Either way, it works out for you. If we're fighting him to the death, he'll be distracted, and you will be able to get whatever you need to get.
Likely not distracted in the way you're hoping. And if you, let's say this, for some reason works out, because I have seen what happens when he should be killed, and he doesn't.
Correct.
And now you're out in the middle of the desert.
Rewind to that second part.
The part where he doesn't die.
We might be prepared for that.
Oh, might. Good. That's what I would love to base all my plans on.
That's pretty much what this plan is it not?
I'm also not sure he'll let us run away.
That's why the
He
ball
let me-
comes in, man. We
He
roll
let
on in
me
there.
run away. As much as I hate him, and I likely think as much as you hate him as well, I have noticed that he isn't. If he doesn't have any interest in killing you, he doesn't feel the need to. If you're his target, you're dead. But if you're not,
I wonder if we could talk to him. We talked to him at the party. Do you think he'll be sociable here?
what are you? You can speak with him. If you do, that does count as a distraction. It doesn't necessarily need to be combat. It just needs to be a distraction.
Let's try to talk to him, Valen.
Seriously?
I mean, we might. We're not losing anything if we start. I don't know that us having advantage on him, aka a surprise round, is really going to do anything for him. Even if we do get that off.
We're going into his backyard. Any element of surprise is
Yeah.
a prayer at best, but he's not our friend. What are we going to talk about? Where he gets his arrows from? Where's this conversation even going?
Sorry, I'm not listening to you right now. I'm too busy voguing my beard for dirty.
Hey, dirty. What's that mean?
Imposter. That's it's what they refer to me as Dark Lady.
Mhm.
I don't have to go to work until Tuesday now, so
Okay.
I was able to grow a beard.
So we trap him. You do whatever you need to do. We rendezvous back in Kamate Kimane.
The intention is to rendezvous with you as soon as possible. Whatever I find out there, I'll need to share it.
There's a very real chance I'm just going to immediately vacate my teammates out of there if need be towards the end. So we're probably not walking back.
I haven't been walking to every location I've met you at.
Okay, just wanted to be clear.
Mhm.
Is there anything of interest that we should be aware of that you're looking out for?
It hasn't happened often. But on a rare occasion, I have seen him call for help. Someone else appears, depending on what it is or who it is. It didn't
Garai,
happen when I was here.
Garai? Garai?
Budai.
Budai.
Garai. Burai. Burai. Just, first letter was right. He got it. He was almost there. I've seen him be called, yes. Last
He's in
I was
custody
here,
right now. That might be difficult.
so I've heard. They don't seem to play by the rules,
yeah.
so I'd like to hope that is fixed. Whatever it is, I don't think it'll be a problem. Along the lines of him being the annoying asshole that he is in fighting, he also is a bit likely confident. I don't think he'll call in help unless he feels he needs to, or if he can. Again, this space is weird, and I think it has to affect him in some ways. I think I was a little busy with self-preservation to really notice.
Do you think that was his doing, or do you think that's the item that you're looking for?
I don't think it was him. I say this because I've never seen that attached to him anywhere else.
That's fair, but it's the item of. Would you be able to glean that it might have to do with because this is potentially a point where is it abyss or the devil, the hells, one of those areas is kind of bleeding through, right?
Yeah, there was one of them bad boys up in this bitch.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
I know they're
there does
different, but
seem
they're the
to-
same.
There does seem to be an abyssal font somewhere.
Perhaps that's a bleed over from whatever abyssal nature is here.
Possible, but
Or maybe even a
Guessing-
warding from those from the past to keep people from finding it on accident.
people from the past usually don't do much other than be dead, unless there's something particularly cursy about the area, but who knows? Joe, sir.
I almost interrupted you, said it out loud. I was polite.
I was polite. I typed it instead.
He was. That was amazing. I love it. I'm really sad I didn't get to hear it.
Immediately we said font. I went to words, and then I remembered Helvetica. It's right there.
Got him. All right. So potential
tight
backup. We're on his home turf.
I don't think we're on his home turf. I think he has home field advantage. Anyways, we'll be fine. We got this covered.
Just so I'm clear as well, is the distraction to talk or is the distraction to fight?
Probably, if I'm being honest, going to be both. But we'll try to talk that first.
All right, well, I will read the room, I guess, and try and find out when is the best time to go in.
How long do you need?
I don't know what's even back there, so probably have a better idea of that once I actually see it.
Well, D&D
Try and get-
fights are strange, so if it goes to that sort, you might have seconds at once.
Sorry,
Even
we
if
only
it
got
takes
you
an hour.
We only got you 12 seconds.
We're not doing a 2-round fight unless we're getting our asses whooped.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll have a decent amount of time. If I can get past him, so long as whatever is going on there doesn't scramble my brains, I should be able to figure some things out.
Agreed. Okay.
Perfect.
I think we got an idea what we need to do.
Never mind.
Great. So, are we done?
I believe so.
Other ball.
Rest well. With a swirl of red fire, she disappears and leaves the preventers.
I hate your girlfriend. You know that, right? Like, I really don't like her. I just want to be clear. You have terrible choice in women. But besides that,
She's your girlfriend? Huh? We've been seeing each other.
It's just me.
I jest.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
as far as I understand it, they're not going out, but that's his business. Those of us who rely on magic, it's going to be a very difficult fight. He has a way of somehow interrupting it. Even magic that should go off, regardless of level, doesn't. So be aware of that. He moves at a speed that is likely something you haven't seen before. I wish this was Pathfinder so I can cast protection from arrows, but it's not.
Protection from arrows.
I
That's
mean,
oddly
I'll
specific.
cast Warding Wind and it'll be fine.
Sounds good. He's also dangerous in melee. He's extremely slippery. Oh, Ryland. I have a plan that you might be able to help me out with.
Oh, I thought you said violent. Yes.
Did we let Lahira go real quick before we talk someone to death again?
She
Yeah,
left.
she just.
Yeah,
she's
just
not-
checking. I'm gonna open the Oasis. We're done for walking for the day. Let's just be in that place.
Let's go rest. Sure.
He takes out a vial. Sovereign glue.
I don't know what that means. I mean, I know what the words means individually, but I don't.
Do you have an item that you can sacrifice? My idea is you stick this, like if you have a mace or something, and you put it covered in this glue, you hit him with it, preferably on the arm. You stick it to him. I can then make it an immovable object, and he won't be able to fire.
Cool.
I mean, we could try. I have javelins.
Jesus Christ.
Actually, now I have more spears than I have javelins.
Do they have to be any important object?
No, it could be any inane object that I can increase.
Oh, no, I
that
have more
isn't, like magically
spears.
immune.
Oh, I have plenty of stuff.
Do you think you can do it?
I
There's a
have to get
finite
close
amount
to
of
him.
this glue, and do not fucking get this on your hands.
Why did you not just make an item he already has on him immovable?
He wears like a jumpsuit. It just doesn't make
Make the
it's
jumpsuit
nothing-
immovable. What is the problem?
I don't know if that's gonna work. Also, he could just take off the jumpsuit. I want
What
something
if it is
stuck.
immovable?
Yeah, but he could like teleport out of it. If it's stuck to him, he can teleport. It doesn't matter. He's still gonna be stuck to
What's
him.
to say that it won't just remove whatever bit of flesh is touching it?
Good question. What if we stick it to his face?
I mean, that's
speaking as a guy with rules knowledge and not as Caroso, if you can't cast somatic opponents, he's just hosed. The only limitation of that spell is the weight of the object. 10
What if we
pounds.
put it in the palm of his hand so he can't fire his bow?
look, man. I'm not trying to play patty cake with the man. If you think you can do it, I'll give you the glue. But I need you to understand. This is damn near permanent outside of the solvent required. That's very expensive.
I
To get
mean,
rid of it.
we could tip this javelin with it, and if I toss it good enough, I mean, it could center mass, that's kind of inside of him at that point, then that would be immovable, and then that would cause a very big strain, and I don't know, maybe someone's boom might be able to make sure that lands. We try for 30 minutes, that's all we do. We rewind 1 minute at a time or 6 seconds at a time until it lands.
Over and over and over, baby.
Nope, nope, nope.
On a separate note, did you think he's susceptible to poison? The Groot slang was not, but it is.
I'm not sure he's even a biological creature. If I'm going to be honest with you.
The Groot slang still makes me laugh. I feel bad.
There
but
was
it also
definitely enough
funny.
logic for me to put those pieces together. It's fine.
Helda, Valen floats over the sovereign glue to you.
You don't like my javelin idea?
I hate it.
Rude.
Grab something random, stick it to him. We'll make it as heavy as possible, preferably on any of his martial hands to hamper him in some way.
Yeah, don't target his non-martial hands.
I will mention, because Ryland and Valen have been shot by him many times before.
Yep.
In your history in fighting with him, the bow seems to kind of float in front of him. And because he doesn't really use arrows or force things, also to say that they still count as arrows or whatever, but you have seen him always floating his hands above it. He's never kind of
Yeah.
tactile.
Oh yeah,
grabbing the
that's it.
weapon.
But if we stick like an icy hot
Yeah,
patch
yeah.
on it, and then all of a sudden weighs
Yeah,
8,000
yeah.
pounds, he
Yeah.
you back
Oh,
in
yeah.
with the check, please.
Sorry, guys, you got this. Okay,
Hey,
wait.
hey, that's it on the bow.
Whatever your plan is, I know you've seen it enough. That's why I was I just want to make sure that you
do
guys
not try
are
to
good.
disarm him. The bow is the weapon is undisarmable. What we need to do is
Okay.
literally
Is it
disarm him
unmake-heavyable?
physically. It doesn't matter. We've tried some bullshit. It doesn't seem to work. So fuck him
Some
up.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay. So meta time, keep a D20 for me inevitably fucking up. But okay.
Yeah. Please do not glue yourself to yourself or anything like that. It's really
Glue
expensive
yourself
and
to you.
painful mistake.
You punched yourself with silver glue. It is.
It's a magical glue
From
Is it any solvent?
from Kurugu's. If you can stick yourself to something permanently, it's basically permanent glue. Think of it that way.
How much
Okay.
do you have? Should we stick these gems to ourselves?
Well, that would have been smart.
Jesus Christ!
Well, then we won't be able to recharge you.
I'm gonna veto that because we do need to recharge them. But having some kind of satchel thing that we could wear might not be a bad thing to request from
Teleport his arms off.
Mikami. Or I could catapult the solvent into him, and then you just stick something random to him, and then we go from there. But that's
I like that idea. Do you want this back?
Hold on, do I even have the catapult spell? I have a lot of artificers, so I just want to get confused
I
here.
don't think
I
you
think
do.
Valen has it.
What exactly
wrong.
can you make him mobile? Does it have to be a specific sized item, or can it just be like a pebble on the ground that he falls
It
on?
has to be less than 10 pounds.
So it can be a little tiny pebble that he falls on.
Valen's going to cast Exposition, and Nenners is going to link the.
It's going to paste the spell. Yeah.
I mean, I'm just playing my
Hopefully not with
character, man.
No, I'm not trying to be an asshole. I just, like, for your own knowledge, I want you to know, like, what I'm working with, and I imagine Valen would do the same. So,
Well, then is the first problem in your hurdle there is this spell requires the dungeon master's consent. So you probably out of something there.
I don't consent. No.
damn it!
Fuck your plan. Oh god.
But he's that's an option. Yeah, just prepare for a very difficult fight.
Like 21 DC. What's cast is it? What are we DCing against? What can I say? Strength check. I don't remember what his strength checks were.
I mean, I usually
saves.
assume every save is at least a plus 15.
Oh, it's a check. It's not a save.
Also,
Oh.
if you cast this using a spell slot of 4th or higher, the DC to move the object increases by 10.
Oh shit. 6 or higher.
Oh shit! If you do 6 or higher, it's permanent
Yep.
until dispelled.
Yep.
I forgot about that bit.
Jeez.
Yep, that's big dog stuff. So
It's a bonker spell, yeah.
Yep. I mean, 6th level is bonkers. That's instead of a disintegrate or a
I mean,
heal
he's
or-
also just gonna do some anti-magic bullshit and it'll be fine. So there is that
Yeah.
too. But it's worth a shot.
If you just glue a 10,000-pound fucking tennis ball to his arm, I'd love that.
Incredible.
Imagine the permanent shoulder damage you're gonna give him.
I think she would try to give the glue back. Then, like, okay, just maybe throw it at him then.
He looks at you and then looks at his house. Which one of us do you think has a more realistic chance of hitting him?
Actually, okay, in that case, she turns to Rylan. Then I think it would suit you better then.
I love my
I
brother
mean-
Rylan, but he's like 2 for 7 on javelins. You're probably.
Oh no, trust me, I was not trained in throwing.
You have Zenith with you. He'll help.
She's like looks around to see her, like as if someone could hear her. He hasn't been all that. Yeah.
You hear exaggerated snoring in your ear.
Oh, okay.
Look, one of you do it. I can try it, but I'm not the best equipped physically for this. Period.
Could you use a mage hand to get it near him and just? Or will it get stuck to the mage hand as well? I don't know the rule of this glove.
Here's the thing, man. We're talking about elements of economy, right? If I mage hand it into him, then I get stuck, and then I have to stick something else. And mage hand can only carry one thing, so I either prime the glue on something and then try to stick that, or I get the glue on him and then try to stick. It's too much.
I see.
Can we split this glue up into 2 pieces?
I'm sure it's
Good
got. It's a full vial, so I imagine we have more than one dose.
Yeah, you have a few uses in there. Also, unless there was a part of the plan that I didn't hear, your spell is touch. So if you glue something onto him, you would need to then touch it to cast the immovable part.
That's what poor Oryx is for.
I thought so. Okay, I was just making sure because I was like, I want to make sure that you don't assume this
Yeah.
is a ranged spell because you would know
Yes.
this as Valen, of course.
Absolutely. That's how we got Budai.
Oh, I'm aware.
Immovable
I'm,
sword.
I'm aware.
We beat
You
the
rolled
brakes up in that book.
incredibly to also like get it too, because I was like, the way it worked out was so like, listen, there's a chance this could work for you, but there's a high chance that it won't work for you. And I'm like, oh, you just rolled spectacularly. Yeah, you get to play t-ball with my boy. I can't.
With my boy.
Yeah.
And then immediately get told by the queen, you can't kill him.
Yeah, she was big mad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's when it went to the fight with 15 hit points.
Big mean.
Yeah. It was a good
That's a
time.
good time. Yeah.
It was a good time.
Valen was kind of happy about the whole. Anyway, we're not going to go into it. Let's go. All right. So, my crazy ideas outside. Is there anything else you guys need us to be aware of to prepare for this fight?
I'm gonna ask my leaky for help. Unicorn
Okay.
lady.
Also, don't forget, we're probably going to go in Nurge's head and fight some people before we go to sleep.
Before?
Calbrand is a mess. She can barely hold that Myth of Majesty without shaking to death.
Did that improve with the?
With the
Still
killing
shaking.
demons? Correct.
Okay. Well, we should do that before you rest, then, should we not?
That's the plan. Once
Oh.
Nurja stops smoking, she's just a chimney right now.
She's just non-stop smoking
Just
over there.
smoking for the last 3 hours in game.
Oh, God.
Jeez.
Okay, so we're doing that first. In which case, I'm not looking great at spell slots.
It's not looking good, fellas.
Oh, okay, hold on.
I am
What do I
looking
have to
terrible
roll?
on spell slots as well.
A Brophy's stupid song. Long rest is 16.
Have you gotten all of the things yet? What are you missing now? You have to be close.
2, 5, 6, 9, and 13.
2.
Some of those we may have gotten before, and I was before I was recording them.
No, you haven't gotten 2. 2, and you said 5?
2, 5,
Okay. Yep.
6.
Someone has gotten 6 before.
Okay.
Next.
Are you willing to share or no?
No, absolutely not. If you didn't take notes, that's on you.
Well, at first we were kind of like letting it be
I know,
a
I
mystery.
know.
And then as we kind of did it more and more, we're like, all right, let's start recording.
But I also think that's part of like your characters as well, right? Because initially it's like, oh, this is just a fun thing, and then after that it's like, let's take note of what can happen.
9.
I will also mention the character that it did happen to is not here right now, so that's also working against you. 9. Maybe. I think that you maybe got that early on, but not again.
And then 13.
No, you have not gotten that one.
Okay. Out of those, are any of them good?
I'm telling you that.
Find
Figure
it.
One way to
that
find
out.
out.
You're not really trying to sing the stupid song before we go in?
You said you wanted to drink from Brophy's.
I was being facetious, sir. I'm not mad enough to intoxicate
Listen,
myself before I.
Nothing that has happened has prohibited us from fighting.
And when you speak nothing but halfling in the middle of this demon fight, and I'm the only one who can understand you.
You would remember that in the Mindscape, you communicate with thoughts, and Valen or Kemen was able to speak to everybody because language wasn't an issue.
Never mind.
In that case, let's sing.
The slow head rise.
What I'm
Oh my
hearing is it
gosh.
would be beneficial if everyone were to learn halfling in case that happens again.
How
Potentially.
quick do you pick up
Everyone.
languages?
I have not really given it much thought.
Okay.
It's taken me a little bit. Oh, we got to stretch? Okay, no, never mind.
No,
It was
I'm just stretching. I'm sorry. That was just me. I apologize.
Not allowed.
just
No
saw
one paid for it.
It's just not
Paid for.
paid for. You can't stretch, damn it.
That registered so late. I was like, what do you mean?
Well, if that's the case, then I think we should sing a song anyways. But perhaps I should do a few things. Well, no, you know what? It's fine. Let's go ahead. Let's do it.
It's the worst that can happen.
A lot. I mean, nothing.
Or
Good luck, sir.
nothing. All right. Who is
Is-
participating? Oh, good.
Is there a way, now that we've done this enough times, is there a way to kind of like hope for a specific role? Like, no? Okay.
Part of this.
There's a stretch.
Now we got to stretch. It does still feel good though. Thank you. I appreciate
I was
it.
expecting it when I saw yet.
Yep.
I did too. I was like, oh, okay, it's coming, and then it didn't. It feels nice.
You know
Thank
what?
sir.
Brophy, the night before some crazy fight, sure, why not? I'll join you for the first time ever.
Hey!
I can reverse pretty much everything that it can affect. So that's what I'm going to do.
As you are saying this, you see Kevin just, because I can do it too now, right? Like, if you're good, I'm good, we're good?
You can partake, sir.
Sick, awesome. All right, let's go.
Are we rolling a d20 to decide our fate?
Nirja always hops in, so I will have her roll it for when we come back. But yes, everybody who's participating, please roll a d20.
I'm going to wait for...
I'm going to
Flandy
roll
the
for
expelled to roll
Kemin.
first.
Oh, goodness.
16, 16, 16, 16. Come on, 16. Hey, there's a 9. We haven't got a 9 yet.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh my god. Oh, okay. There's a 20 in there.
Hey,
Okay.
Do I just
okay.
inherently know the words? If we're all doing it, I'm gonna shrug. Like, I
And
don't
you
know.
don't need to. It's essentially any participation in the song. So if you're clapping your hands, if you're like doing
Hey,
anything,
that's
like
also
that
new.
all counts.
Apparently.
Okay.
What's a one?
All right. Is that
yeah.
everyone?
One's not bad.
Oh,
Version.
I'm missing Vogley, and she's not here. Okay,
Flandy's
that's what it
really
was.
good.
Yep.
And let me add
I
these.
will
Was it Flandy?
We're going down in
None.
order. So for Flandy 1, yeah, Flandy 1. For those who got a 1, for Ryland and Hilda, as you finish the song, certain effects all kind of bloom or blossom at the same time, where like something seems to be happening. However, for the two of you, like essentially the song ends, you recognize that some magical effect has happened, but you don't notice anything immediately until you look at each other and you recognize that the two of you are wearing a spectral green version of Brophy's top hat. However, you cannot see your own. Everybody else sees you wearing them. So our two nat ones are wearing spectral hats. Who's next is Kemin. Kemin in kind of finishing the spell or the song as the magic effects go off, kind of immediately looks down and notices that all of his armor and everything he is wearing is bright green. So you just look down and I don't think that was worth it, if I'm going to be honest. It's a good song, but I don't. I don't think it's very compliment. I am all green now, with the exception of my hair. Everything about me is green. I don't know if it's. I don't think this is good. It's fine. It's fine. I guess it has to. It is our skin. It's fine. I'm so glad we sang.
Listen, if we end up in a jungle, it'll be invisible.
Song ends. Kiroso, you are suddenly feeling a lot more mobile. Your movement speed is upped by 25 feet for the next 24 hours. Essentially, you're taking the halfling movement speed and adding it to yours. So Brophy's movement is now added to your movement. So you have an extra 25 feet for the next 24 hours. And
That's
lastly, as the song ends, everyone watches as sort of like a burst of green comes from Valen's chest. A single clover that kind of glows and hits every single person in the chest as well. This is actually very fucking good. But everybody gets inspiration for the next in-game hour. And the reason why this is kind of... Yeah, everyone does. And the reason why this kind of works out is because when you're in the Mindscape, time is not really a thing. So the in-game hour might last a little bit longer than whatever happens in there. But everybody, you have a D20 for that. And we'll find out what Vogley gets when she comes back. Because
it's
one more to roll. No! I mean, honestly,
player the song.
You honestly could technically do that. But it is very funny to be like, I didn't work out. Let's do it again.
Zoom is not wrong. I already have a movement speed bust from this particular type of druid. I might be faster than a monk for a day.
Holy shit. What's your movement speed total right now?
65.
That's fast.
I'm really kind of bummed around Kamana for this, just so I could swim at that speed. Just fucking breaching like a dolphin.
That's something I actually want to keep in mind, because when you do go to the Mindscape, it's your movement speed of any kind. So when you get into the Mindscape, it's essentially astral plane rules, where you use your intelligence to move, but you get to add this 25 onto it because it's just whatever movement speed you're using. This is adding 25 onto it. So
it's on the backside of it.
Yeah, so when we get into
Ooh.
that, just like keep in mind that that will work for you in that sense. Because I'm saying it now because I feel like when we get there, I'm gonna forget. So you get speedy speed there as well. Okay, so with the song done, and I believe everyone kind of prepping to hopefully take care of the some of the demons in Nirja's mind. Druid plus monk equals drunk. Thank you, Maya. Appreciate it. I think this is where we're gonna end our night, so we can come back and take care of this a little bit. We have some people who are wearing green hats. We have a Githyanki in all green. Everyone has inspiration, and the druid is super fucking fast. But also, you have a crazy. This is a very good buffing night for Kinoso. Now that I'm thinking about it, he got that crazy boon. And now he's so fast, amazing. But this is where we will call it. I did have someone that I wanted to raid. Okay, he's still going. We're gonna go raid Grim because he's awesome, and he's raided us a couple times before.
Oh, yeah.
Grim. Looks like he
I
hasn't
think
been
I've
going.
rated him 3 times tonight.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, because of other people. Same. I have like a bunch of fucking.
I have so many Grim tabs
for that.
open right now. It's great.
Yeah. Grimmity Grim. We're gonna go visit him. So thanks for dropping by. Next week should be a very fun, busy week for us. Should be on Wednesday. We have Task Team M returning, or coming back for it's been a while. And then Friday we have our San Loric, and then Saturday we'll be back again with Difficult Terrain, I believe. And if not, you'll hear about our announcements elsewhere and such and things. Also, I do believe Flandy has put out the recruiting midstream, so if you're interested in
No, I definitely didn't do
go
that
check
midstream.
that
What
out.
are you
It's
talking
on our
about?
Discord. But have a good night, and thanks for joining us. And
Thanks, guys.
bye.
Yeah, also, say goodbye to the beard.
Oh.